nationwide. Titania Jordan of Atlanta-based Bark Technologies is unsurprised the district's diverted more than $4 million to battle social media.
When you hand children addictive technology engineered to spike the pleasure center of their brain, spike their dopamine, how could anyone possibly expect them to learn, to focus, to take notes?
DeKalb Schools seeks at least $2.5 billion for past damages and a future mental health plan. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A brother and sister are charged after an explosive device was found outside a gate at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa earlier this month.
Alan Jing has fled to China, according to FBI Director Kash Patel. He's charged with attempting to damage government property and unlawfully making a destructive device. His sister is in custody, charged with being an accessory after the fact. MacDill is home to the U.S. Central Command, which is responsible for military operations in the Middle East.
Correspondent Cammie McCormick reports the base has been on heightened alert since the war with Iran began. President Trump insists Iran wants to work with the U.S. on a deal to end the war.
We are begging to work out a deal. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I don't know if we're willing to do that. They should have done that 4 weeks ago. They should have done it 2 years ago.
The president's comments at today's cabinet meeting come as Iranian strikes continue in Israel and the rest of the Middle East. 2 Metro Atlanta airports are on a dubious list of hot spots from the FAA.
Hartsfield-Jackson and DeKalb Peachtree are considered hot spots because of an elevated risk for collisions on certain runways or taxiways. This can be due to a complex airfield configuration or high traffic volume. The FAA maintains an ongoing list nationwide and conducts periodic reviews and updates. The recent collision of an Air Canada jet with a fire truck at New York's LaGuardia Airport has put a spotlight on airport safety, especially with ongoing air traffic controller staffing shortages. The other Georgia airport hotspots are in Augusta, Columbus, and Savannah. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
With allergy season in full swing, Atlanta ear, nose, and throat Dr. Tim Ryan says the earlier you start treating symptoms, the better.
Most people wait to start to treat their allergy till it's too late. You wait for a high pollen count day and then you start on your medication. So you really want to start treatment early.
The pollen count today in Atlanta is over 2,000, which is considered extremely high. It is 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Back to the 24-hour traffic center. Once again, Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill. Still watching the crash cleanup here in Suwanee. 85 northbound between Lawrenceville-Suwanee Road, exit 111, and I-985. Good news is they've gotten all the damaged vehicles and the cleanup material to the right shoulder. So I think here units should start picking up some cones and opening more of those left lanes, but it is not going to improve 85 north with the heavy delays back to 316. It's put extra pressure on 316 eastbound out toward Lawrenceville as people have been using that as an alternate, as well as Satellite Boulevard and Buford Highway. Travel advisory in DeKalb County. Crash 20 eastbound at Glenwood Avenue, exit 61. A couple of left lanes are blocked there. You're slowing before Moreland Avenue. Crash cleared north of Midtown, 85 northbound, just right around the Buford Spring connector. That's been pushed off to the right. 75, 85 north, slow behind it though, from University Avenue up toward Peachtree, Pine Street. Southbound delays from the 85-400 merge, just trying to get down to I-20. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies and very warm today. High 78, lows tonight in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a slim chance of a rain shower late tomorrow evening, high 84. Cooling down on Saturday, morning lows in the upper 40s, daytime highs in the mid 60s.
76 in Conyers and Alpharetta, 77 in Fayetteville. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm not that talented. I'm not one of these guys who's talented enough to do a show alone. So I bring in my friends. We call them the Doctrinaires. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here. And Jared Yamamoto is here. And Jared Yamamoto, I want to start with you because I don't know if you were listening to the news as we were coming in, but it seems to say that you're doing it wrong.
Oh, no.
Were you not listening?
I must have missed it. What did Bill say?
The story that I heard was that the allergy specialist, the doctors, are saying that you are foolish if you're trying to wait to begin to start your medications, that's something you should not do. You shouldn't wait till the first day where the high pollen gets to you to start the medication. You'll be behind the 8 ball, I think is what they were saying.
Listen,
Tim Andrews, I just saw him because I'm doing this from home today. I just saw him on camera patting himself on the back because apparently he's doing it the right way. And
Correct.
listen, I heard it on WSB radio. So are you going to tell me that Cayaccio just informed the public to some wrong information? I don't think. Go ahead if you want to say that. Then go ahead, or just say that you've got it wrong.
I'm not going to say it exactly like that. No, I trust the great Bill Cayaccio with any news that he gives here on WSB. But however, I am in George Clark land on this one. I believe that because I have been working out outside for the past 3 years,
yes,
I am more acclimated to my environment now than ever before. I've never spent this much time outside for this portion of my life ever. And
this
I feel
portion
good.
of your life, meaning as an adult.
As an adult, yes.
As an adult. Obviously, as a child, you built forts and did all that kind of stuff that children do. But what you're saying is, at some point, you became an indoors man. You went indoors.
Yes, and I would say over the past 4 to 5 years, I've been outdoors every season for at least 5 days for over an hour every day.
Okay, 5 days. Wait. Now, hold on. The math doesn't. I'm not sure what you meant to say there, but basically, what you just said is that 5 days a year you're outside.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Let me make sure.
Yeah.
For at least an hour. So 5 hours a year you're outside, and this
Which
is why
is the
you're
most
acclimated.
in any period of his life.
Yes.
I've been
Any portion.
I've been a bubble boy. No, what I meant to say is for every season, every week, I'm now spending 5 days outside over 5 hours a week, and it's been going on for 5 years now. So it's
okay. You can
it's
remove
helped.
the days. Then what you're
Too many
saying is
fives.
Yeah, a
you're
lot of
getting
fives
5
there.
hours. You're getting 5 hours a week of nature.
Yes,
And
at
in the
least.
past, you would not get more than 2 or 3 days, or you just refuse to go outside. Is there a period of your life I'm not aware of where you were an agoraphobic of some kind and wouldn't leave your home?
I just during allergy season, I would just not go outside during this time of year, and now I'm still just embracing it. I went out and worked out this morning, worked out yesterday, and I've been in it.
All right, I
and-
don't need your humble brag. So what I'm saying is, and Autumn, are you going outside and working out in the morning?
No,
Okay, I didn't see.
I don't go outside.
Do you have allergy troubles?
No, because I use my Flonase all year long.
Oh, look at that. She's addicted
Big
to Flonase.
pharma.
That's her
Good
answer.
choice.
That I'm doing
It's
what
smart.
Cayaccio said to do. It's just
He didn't say
don't
do
wait.
it every day.
He didn't say do it for your whole life. He didn't say have 365 days, 1 hour a day.
That's how
I'm
this
trying
works.
to
You
do
do
your
it
math.
You do
trying
it in
to
the
apply
morning
Jared
and you do
math.
it at night.
Hey, not all of us can afford to go to an allergist.
I don't have an allergist.
No, I know. I'm sticking up for you.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I don't
now
have
this-
that, Tim.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Now, this has turned into a class problem, warfare? Anybody who goes to an allergist is now like
Richie
Jeff
Rich.
Bezos' next door neighbor or something?
Yeah. Specialists are for rich people.
Is that what the...
I don't have
All
health
right, listen.
insurance, so I don't have an allergist.
Well, just go to an allergist and get what they, they'll give you
I
like
can't afford it.
some. No, just don't pay them.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
go
well,
and don't
yeah.
pay.
Can
And,
you bill me?
I think just tell them and then move.
Yeah.
Move around the country. I think that helps.
Go on the
you
run.
You got to stay one step ahead of the credit people.
Autumn, you're
And-
already a good forager as it is. Why don't you just wait and check the dumpster outside of the allergist's
Yes.
clinic and
Ooh.
then
Oh,
see
yeah.
what drugs are there?
They got to be throwing stuff away.
Yeah,
There's
they do.
probably.
And also,
Yeah.
like, stuff expires, and that does lower the efficacy. But if I find two of the same thing and then
Yes.
just double it up,
Yeah.
I
think
think that's the solution.
between the two of you, I think that you guys can get together with Cayaccio to update that allergy report. Because
Oh yeah,
we got
this is for if you ain't got no money and
get in
you
the
don't
dumpster.
and you got a sneeze or two.
Yeah, get in the dumpster. Sneeze in the dumpster. Actually,
Find your
what Jared
allergy
told me is
doctor dumpster.
he has 5 hours a week in a dumpster, and that acclimates him to anything bad. And
Right.
It
it's
does.
kind of an inoculation, I think, some sort of thing like that.
For
I'm trying
5
to
hours,
follow
I need
it.
to hang out in a dumpster.
I call it my dumpster time.
You know what? It's like executive time for the president. In the morning, you have your dumpster time, and then
you get in there and you tweet and you drink the dumpster water.
Following March Madness, we get going again. Is there a game tonight?
There are lots of games today.
Lots of games tonight.
Yeah, I believe there's 8 games today and 8 games tomorrow.
So are we down to? Do we come out of Sunday with 4 or 8?
The final 4 will be done on Sunday.
All right. So we go from 16 to 4. Are you excited, Autumn?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
you wouldn't
I'm,
be
on needles and pins and needles.
I've got a Fox News story here that'll tell you why. Because you're a lady, and maybe you wouldn't get as excited, not because of the reasons that you think that it's sports or something like that.
Yeah.
But according to this story, March Madness sparks surprising surge in vasectomies amongst men because they can just sit around and watch the games and recover. I guess now, I don't know if this is this seems like a nonsense story to me. It really does. NCAA tournament gives men perfect excuse to recover on the couch, surgeons say. Now,
it'd be a good time to get it done, folks.
Are they reporting that a lot more people are doing it now, or they've noticed over the years, or are they just trying to pitch it and put it in dudes' minds so that they'll do it next year and they'll reap the benefits? I don't know.
This story.
How long does it take? It doesn't take that long to recover from.
No, it takes like a day and a half.
Yeah, because they don't do the cut you open anymore. They do laparoscopic, right?
Oh, is that right? What does that mean? Do they do it with the acoustic?
I think it's about the same. It's a tiny little cut. They pull out the vas deferens. They clip that, and then that's done.
That's laparoscopic. How they do gallbladder now too. It's just little beep beeps, and they put the tubes in and yank it out.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about the beep beeps because the thing that I remember about this is that my oldest brother at the time, in like 82 or 83, I was living in a house that was pretty near a hospital, and I guess he went there to get a vasectomy, so we worked it out that when he was done at like 3 p.m, just come hang out and, like fall asleep there or whatever. And I just remember him telling me that it was like having a toothache down there. And I thought, well, I'm never going to have that procedure done.
That's barely anything.
Because I can't, a toothache?
Toothaches are horrible.
I don't think it's like a toothache. It's more like what they say, right? Is that it's like a dull pain that lasts a long time and then it's over.
Well, I'm going to trust the words of a woman over my brother who actually had the thing done. But admittedly, that was 82, 83.
Yeah, they use rusty stuff back then.
A crank.
We got the beep beeps.
Yes.
Now, we didn't have the beep beeps back then. So this sounds like a nonsense story to me.
It
which
is
like
not.
Nobody needs 3 weeks to recover from a vasectomy or even a full weekend.
Now, so it has picked up over the past couple of years, though. So they call it Vas Madness now. So
who? The surgeons? Who? The people making money off of...
This is from a credible source.
Depleting our population?
MichiganMedicine.org. They have reported that there is a 20 to often 50% uptick in people and men.
There's the word.
Increase.
In
Increase.
Thank
men.
you. We don't use the term uptick. It's a new thing that for some reason came along with the pandemic. It's associated with mask use and whether or not you take the vaccine, whatever. It's a political word, uptick. Before the pandemic, people said increase. Why all of a sudden is everybody uptick crazy?
From Great Britain.
Did they start it over there?
Jab and uptick are because of Great Britain.
Well, what did we fight the American Revolutionary War for? Is what I'm asking. That they're supposed to be adopting our terms,
correct?
Not the other way around. The way it is now, where I cannot believe it's taken this long, but apparently they just finally did a Saturday Night Live UK version, and it started last Saturday. But wouldn't it have? Don't you think they would have given that a shot sometime in the 80s or 90s? Why did it take 50 years to give that a shot? I don't know.
I think
I don't know. I watched a couple of things, but I'm not English, and so I don't know what's funny over there. I have no idea what they laugh at. Is the guy doing Keir Starmer? I don't watch Keir Starmer. I have no idea what the hell. I don't know if he does a good job or a bad job.
Yeah,
but
I just thought it was references.
I just thought it was odd that it took 50 years. You think that would have been started at some other time, but that's neither here nor there. Is your bracket still doing all right there, Jared? Or
it's
I know Tim's
okay.
not doing one.
I still have got my champion in Arizona, but I lost Florida, who was going to be the runner-up, so I need basically everything to go perfect all along the way in order to have a chance to get some money.
And how's the vasectomy going?
It's going
Just the
fantastic.
two. What I understand is that it's all men start thinking about having a vasectomy whenever we get to this time of year. And who am I? Who am I to question the news?
My vasectomy bracket is doing quite well, too.
Well, good.
No, nice.
Does that mean you're not going to have any children or just a couple? I'm not exactly sure how those
He's
brackets work.
saving his swimmers in the freezer.
That's right.
Oh, smart. A lot of plastic baggies.
Yeah.
There is some kind of story about swimmers today too. I can't remember what it was, but something is affecting our swimmers.
Spermatozoa.
Microplastics.
It's not quite that. Why can't I find the story when I need it? My goodness.
It's endocrine disruptors.
Well,
There you go.
Like smells in your detergent.
Here it is.
And,
Eric, it's this story. Abstinence may spoil your sperm quality.
Yeah, so there've always been this idea, like that they tell people who are getting involved in IVF and all that, withhold. Don't.
Huh?
What, Eric?
I'm trying to say it in an FCC-friendly way.
Don't fall asleep.
Don't bring yourself to fruition for a few days before you actually go and give your sample.
Don't
and this
spill
has
your
always been an
swimmers.
idea, is that you make them stronger, right? But apparently, no, they don't last very long. And so if you keep them in the vault, they just die. And you end up, when you use them, having less effective swimmers. See, I went through there, and people may need to follow along with a dictionary or a thesaurus, but I got the idea across without getting anybody at the FCC upset. So,
Right, you got to prime the pump.
that's right. That's
I think
what I should have said.
I don't think the thought was that you just you have more because they're being stored in there. It was like a biological thing where it's like I only have one chance to sort of spread my DNA.
Yes.
And so there's going to be more of my part of my DNA to give to you. It wasn't just like, I'm just going to store it in there because it can hang out.
Okay,
you know?
that's fine. What I'm saying is it doesn't work, apparently, because they die very quickly, and by just kind of keeping them around, you don't do yourself any good with your one shot.
If I don't fill up this jar,
spread your
I'm gonna-
DNA.
If I don't fill up this jar, I'm going to feel like a loser.
It's not about
But that's true
They're
too.
going to
because,
laugh at me.
Yeah, they say when you are trying to get pregnant and you pull the goalie, right, that you do it every other day. Every other day. Let's go. So
yeah,
do
well,
it
let me
live.
tell you, that was some of the worst relations of my life is when we both knew we were trying to get pregnant. That's like going to work. I would come home from work and it'd be like, okay,
Bad pizza is still pizza.
get back to work. I mean, there's a lot of other things that it's better than, but I'm just saying, in apples to apples, oranges to oranges, that was maybe the worst sex I ever had when my wife was determined to get married. But it was a long time ago.
I just can't believe you admitted that you were trying to get pregnant too there, Eric. That's the first time I believe you've ever said that. You said we were trying to get pregnant.
I don't know. I was trying to be politically correct there for a moment or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to
Eric.
pretend that I was
2026 Eric.
some
What's
kind of
happened to my
enlightened.
WHB?
I can't believe Eric finally turned into a big wuss.
I was trying to pretend to be some kind of enlightened dude or something.
You going to join the girls' basketball team, man?
That's right. Join the Girl Scouts.
It would appear to be the obvious next step. So I guess yes, by showing that I have some affinity toward femininity, why not just go all the way next? So I'll have an announcement on Monday morning, and I already have a name because if I was a female, my name was going to be Erica. Yeah, my parents they really scoured the landscape of potential names. There's a guy,
what
is
name would
Erica.
you want?
How about Louise? No, Louise. It's going to be Erica. What?
You could choose though. Like both of your parents are gone. It's up
Yeah.
to you now. If you wanted to have a feminine name, you don't have to go with Erica. What would you do?
It would be an honoring his parents.
If I had, what's that now?
By dishonoring your parents.
Exactly.
You
How
would
would
be
I dishonor
honoring
my? How would I dishonor my parents if I were to pick a name that they didn't choose?
Correct.
No,
I don't
you're
know. I
not.
haven't really thought about it. What, yes.
Okay, hold on. Would you like a name like Rebecca? It doesn't have to be so close to Eric.
Okay, yeah, I would take Rebecca, but I would throw an H on the end, just because
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Oh,
yeah,
one of them.
I like that.
Do some, and then I would confuse my friends because some of my friends I would say call me Becky, and then other friends I would say call me Becca, and then I would get them all together and just sit back and laugh. And they were so confused.
You could say, "My name's Rebecca. It's spelled like it normally is, but the H is silent."
Yeah,
You
I
can
don't
really
know.
confuse people.
I have to be honest. This is the first time I've ever thought about it. But I don't know exactly what name. Rebecca sounds pretty nice. I've always seen myself. I look in the mirror. I see a Louise looking back at me.
There's not a lot of Louises or Rebeccas, so I like either choice.
Louise.
So is that your
Louise is a nice name, Autumn.
Louise is and what other name could you put G's in front of it? It makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait,
Thus.
it's so easy to let a friend Louise know when they're going too far.
Jeez,
You just add
Louise.
cheese. And then
Come on,
to back
Louise.
off. There aren't many other names that allow that. So that's
What about Melissa?
I don't. What are we going to go through every potential female
Sweet
name?
Melissa. You could be called Sweet Melissa.
We have until 7.
Or
so I
Missy.
suppose.
Missy, Lissa,
Cute.
Lisa.
By the way,
Penelope. We call
Mel,
you Penny.
Mel.
Just stay
George
a man,
Clark.
please.
What's that?
Just stay a man.
Yeah.
Okay. It does. It would appear to be
Shut
the
up,
easiest,
Georgia.
easiest thing to do. That's what I would call myself, Georgia. That's what I would.
Hello,
I would call
Georgia.
myself. So George Clark,
Yes.
you took the bets, not bets, whatever. We had an over/under yesterday. If Eric Von Hassler tried to watch the BTS comeback show on Netflix, would I get further along than I got when I tried to do this with Taylor Swift while she was on her big tour? And when I tried to watch Taylor Swift, because I'm thinking I'm talking about these things, I might as well see what they actually are. And I couldn't get past 15 minutes. And yesterday we were wondering, and you guys took the over/under individually, as to when I tried to watch the BTS comeback concert, would it be over/under 15 minutes? Would I make it further than I did with the Taylor Swift, or not as long? And I don't know what did it come back? Who
So,
voted what?
Jared wrote it down, but it's pretty easy to remember.
Yeah, it's-
Everybody's over except for me.
Correct.
And I went the under. Everybody else went over.
Oh, I like that.
George Clark, you're the winner.
Whoa!
Hey.
Listen, I
Congratulations.
thought that this band, I wouldn't like them, but I thought that they were melodic or something. I had no idea that they're like wannabe rappers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, at least that's like the first 2 songs. There's a song. I was gonna have you try to find it, George, and it slipped my mind as to whatever the damn song was called, the second one. But they're like they try to act like they're hardened like rappers or something. It just didn't work. There's no melody. I mean, I felt like even the audience is like, like they'd finish that first song like ta ta ta, like we did it, and the audience is like, yeah, okay.
Done hit like this one.
Wham.
This is hardcore
It's
gangster
always-
rap.
And then, like, nobody plays an instrument. It's just 7 people. They're dancing. Their dance moves are not really. Now, admittedly, I only saw, like, the first 2 songs. So maybe they break out into something else. Their whole thing now is they're leather guys now. Like, they wear leather motorcycle
I like that
stuff,
Where do I see this video?
Lindsey Graham, you're going to love this new BTS
I
comeback.
like all that. What do they call it? K-pop, J-pop, all of it.
Yeah,
all the pops.
So I was expecting melody. It's just dropping, and they do the same thing, at least in these first 2 songs. Do the same thing.
I looked
which
up the
is
set
like,
list. I have the first song if you want to.
Oh no, what's the second song? The second song was the one where, to me, was like the melody. What's it called?
It's called Run BTS.
Yeah.
No, that was not it. What's the third song?
Run. So
What?
the second song was Run BTS. The third song was Run.
Big
What's the
difference,
fourth?
Eric. Big difference.
What's the fourth?
Oh yeah,
Fourth
one's
is
real different.
Save Me. The first one
This
was
is not-
Mic Drop.
Okay, I remember that one. I feel like on the Netflix thing it was some.
BTS is yet to come, right?
No. This
No?
is the
Okay.
one on Netflix that was their big comeback.
All right, let's see.
Anyway, I thought that maybe I'd be able to hang in there for like 20 minutes.
How long did you actually make it? I didn't hear.
Like 13,
Okay.
whatever the first 2 songs. It was terrible.
This is Body to Body is the first song. And
That's a
then
good one.
Hooligan.
Hooligan. This one, Hooligan. Well, these guys are running around like these are hairless mannequins, and they're running around the stage like they're menacing or something. It was comical. I don't need the whole thing. Just
It
squeeze
makes
up
sense.
through the.
It makes sense
What?
because if you're trying to appeal to like young girls, I'm assuming that's what they're like a boy band would.
Yeah.
Then wouldn't you want to have like a little bit of bad, but like safe bad?
But both songs are the same. I got to say, it's just like kind of rapping, and then somebody with a higher voice comes in and does a slight melodic thing, and then they go back to stomping around with the bad rapping.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
listen to this. Hooligan. I'm telling you, the audience was like, okay.
I love it.
Well, I'm glad you know what? Oh, yeah, and that terrible laughter that was going on through the whole thing. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know, George, you win nothing. There were no stakes. We didn't put anything on the line.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Throw
I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You enjoyed the music less than Taylor Swift. What about the visuals, the presentation?
Boring.
All
Boring.
okay.
Boring. Very boring. Very boring. All dressed in black. And you know what they were trying to do? They were trying to work in like native Korean, you could tell stuff. So they go over to some other stage where people will be hitting, some kind of native instruments that I'm not familiar with. But you could tell the whole thing was very low in the mix. And I don't even know how much of these people were actually singing. I mean, what do you even believe is happening? I have no idea how much of it is actually them. I mean, apparently they get together and their rehearsals are lip syncing and dancing at the same time. I think it was very underwhelming. It's on Netflix. You can check it out. It was very underwhelming. I didn't expect to like it, but I didn't expect to. It's like with that new song up there. It's like, is anybody even giving it an effort? Are they even trying at this point? Or are they just slam? Anyway, who cares? It's WSB. We're talking about BTS. I just wanted to make sure.
I thought it was basically the Beethoven of our time. Well, I can't believe you perceived it.
7 Beethovens.
Yeah, seven Beethovens with no melody, no stage charisma that I could even really think of. There's just nothing there. It's nothing. All right. I know there's a war on, Eric. There's a war on, you moron. You come back, maybe we'll talk about that and other things. There are the latest announcements. Hey, Trump says that we got this all worked out.
Oh, yeah,
so
we
let's
won.
hope. Apparently, it's all over. So let's hope he's telling the truth.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Every car dealership's the exact same, right? Wrong. Dave Baker here for Beaver Toyota of Cumming, voted the #1 Toyota dealership in Georgia. And it's easy to see why. I can sum it up in 2 words. Beaver benefits. Like a lifetime powertrain guarantee, lifetime free oil changes, free car washes, and loaner vehicles. There's a restaurant, a salon, a clean spot for your kids to romp. And you thought all dealerships were the same. The Toyota Tundra from Beaver Toyota is the official truck of the Home Fix-It Show. See them on the web at beavertoyotacumming.com.
As a Massey Services technician, we have earned the trust of our customers. So much so, we're often called upon for a second opinion.
Did you want performance or all-season tires?
What would my Massey technician say?
Tough call. A much easier one is protecting your home with Massey's Termite Protection, featuring the Centricon system, which includes an unlimited repair guarantee that covers the structure and contents of your home.
Massey Services, offering expert advice and much more. Expect more and get it.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
This is Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. In a perfect world, when you have a plumbing issue, you want a plumber that answers the phone when you call, shows up on time, respects your home, and tells you exactly what needs to be done, quotes you a price, and does the job right the first time. They appreciate your business, and Superior Plumbing becomes your plumber for life. Call Superior Plumbing to come fix your plumbing issues.
Superior, the honest one. Call 770-422-PLUM.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, a brother and sister charged in connection with an alleged plot to bomb MacDill Air Force Base in Florida. U.S. Attorney Greg Kehoe says Alan Zheng has fled to China.
He's charged with attempted damage of government property by explosive, making a destructive device, and possession of a destructive device. He faces 40 years.
His sister is charged with accessory after the fact and tampering with evidence. MacDill Air Force Base is home to U.S. U.S. Central Command and the Southern Command, which is vital to U.S. military operations in the Middle East. President Trump warns Iran if they don't agree to a deal soon to end the war, there's no turning back and it won't be pretty. Correspondent Natalie Brand reports from the White House. The president is giving negotiators time to talk.
The president called Iranian negotiators strange, saying they are begging for a deal in private while publicly denying it.
They say, oh, we're not talking to them. Anybody would know that.
Iran's denials continued Thursday, with Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi telling state media that no negotiations have taken place, but admitted that sometimes messages get exchanged through friendly countries.
The Cobb County Sheriff's Department's new Bond Beyond Bars program gives some inmates a chance to have an in-person visit with their kids.
So normally with visitation, it's not a contact visitation, it's over a video screen. So they're actually able to sit in the room together, actually touch that person, their loved one, outside of having that glass between them.
Major Yamina Holt says the department hopes the program strengthens the bond between kids and their incarcerated parents. The International Olympic Committee is banning transgender women athletes from future games. IOC President Kirtsey Coventry says it's about fairness, science, and safety.
So it's absolutely clear that it would not be fair for biological males to compete in the female category. In addition, in some sports, it would simply not be safe.
Each athlete will have to undergo a one-time gene screening test. It is now 3:32. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Well, Bill, the crash is completely cleared. Everything is back open in Swanee, 85 northbound between Lawrenceville, Swanee Road, and I-985. Bad news is it's made a mess of the surface streets, such as Buford Highway, Satellite Boulevard, and Lawrenceville, Swanee Road. You can stick with the interstate now since all lanes have reopened. It's also put extra pressure on 316 eastbound, leaving I-85, trying to make your way out in Lawrenceville. Heads up on I-20 eastbound through East Atlanta as you leave downtown. It's bumper to bumper 20 eastbound due to a crash in DeKalb County at Glenwood Avenue, exit 61. That is blocking the left lane next to the HOV lane, so that is why you're slow out of downtown. Downtown itself, all brake lights on 400 South. That's where they start approaching Sidney Marcus. Delays continue down to I-20. Northbound delays University Avenue up to Freedom Parkway. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies and very warm today, high 78. Mild for tonight, lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Feeling like summertime tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 84. An isolated rain shower possible for tomorrow evening, then dry on Saturday with highs in the mid-60s.
76 in Mableton, 78 in Rex, and 78 in Norcross. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Want to hear a shocking statistic? Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. Don't believe it? Google it. And that doesn't count serious injuries like birth injuries to perfectly healthy children. All doctors wear white jackets, but it doesn't make them all the same. Most medical errors are committed by the same quacks over and over again. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Many hospitals looking for more profits are forcing doctors and their groups to be employees of the hospital or be forced out of their system. It's a troubling trend in medicine. People make mistakes, but medical mistakes are huge and often forever. If you believe your child suffered a birth injury or a misdiagnosis or mistake led to a loved one's death or injury, let our team of medical malpractice lawyers examine your case for free. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Thou pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
So you've always been wanting a deck for your house, or a nicer deck, somewhere where you can hang out, have friends over, grill some food, watch the game. Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations. You need Ben Hill Renovations. For over 60 years, they've been building decks, offering superior craftsmanship while delivering your perfect deck built within your budget. Go, live life on your deck. Visit bhrenovations.com today and schedule a free design consultation at your home. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Fall in love with Terrifying Jewelry's amazing collection of designer brands such as Roberto Coin, De Beers Forevermark Diamonds, and their collection of fine Swiss watches from Rolex, Tudor, and Tag Heuer. Treat yourself and your loved ones to a special gift from Terrifying Jewelry Company in Buford.
I'm Rick Jackson. My dad abandoned us. My mom was an alcoholic, so I left the projects. Shoe shining, ticket scalping, vacuum sales. I found purpose in work and built a $3 billion business. Like President Trump, I don't owe anybody anything. And like you, I'm sick of career politicians. I'm running for governor to lead America in criminal deportations, to cut income taxes in half, freeze our insane property taxes, reform the system so that anyone who can work will work, and not just sit around binge-watching Netflix and eating Cheetos. I'll let law enforcement do their job. And if you're caught helping a child change their sex, you're going to jail. I'm Rick Jackson, and I'll get these done. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelley Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for The Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday, noon to 1, right here on 95.5 WSB.
All right, so as usual, the war is all over the place. There is, some brightness here. So if you go to number one, I guess it's been figured out what the gift is, but Trump was talking about Iran has given us a gift. Can you
They
play
did
that?
something yesterday that was amazing, actually. They gave us a present, and the present arrived today. It was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is, but it was a very significant prize. And they gave it to us, and they said they were going to give it. So that meant one thing to me: we're dealing with the right people.
Is that nuclear related?
No, it wasn't nuclear related. It was oil and gas related. And it was a very nice thing they did. But what it showed me is that we're dealing with the right people.
What he said there at the end is very important because, to the best of most people's knowledge, the gift seems to be that they let 8 to 10 oil tankers safely pass through the Strait of Hormuz. So at the end, the thing that he said a couple of times in there would be true. Is basically what he's saying is the person that I'm dealing with or that we are dealing with said, okay, I'll let 8 to 10 let's say that's what it is, 8 to 10 oil tankers pass through safely. And then if that does happen, then that he's right. That is proof that we're talking to somebody who can make things happen. So that's obviously something to be checked out. I don't know. I just went and asked AI, what was the gift?
He said it himself.
Oh, later on, he said, well, he always does this thing where I don't want to tell you.
It's a secret. It's a secret. And they also sent me a solid gold lion that I keep on my desk.
Was it nuclear related?
No, it was a beautiful gold lion, the Lion of Persia.
I wanted to say, no, it wasn't nuclear.
No, it wasn't nuclear.
So, I mean, there's some kind of hope there, right? You got to remember, although, he called off the last one, we're getting toward the end of that 5 days, if that 5 days meant anything.
Friday's today.
Friday, and we know that what Trump likes to do is he likes to have all the messy stuff happen when the markets are closed. So the market's closed tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. And if anything janky is going to go on, it would happen, after that, and in some kind of way that if it got out of control, he could pull it back by Monday when the market's open. That seems to be the way that this is being played.
We're going to bomb the hell out of him Friday night to Sunday morning.
So, listen, if it seems that somebody said, hey, we'll do something, they did that. So we have talked before that the person that we think that is negotiating now is the head of the parliament over there, which, if the Revolutionary Guard has known that for 4 or 5 days and this guy's not dead, then maybe he does have, and who knows, Israel might kill him tomorrow. It's like, we could be talking to somebody and then, we took out that guy. Oh, sorry.
I told Bibi, don't kill him. Don't kill him.
So hopefully there's some there as far as, somehow winding this down. The problem when you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on here is that everybody is, not only is everybody lying, you should be used to that. When war breaks out, every government involved is going to spin that everything is going well for themselves. So you have to take that with, a grain of salt. But also in this sort of fractured media landscape that we live in now, it's so easy to get inside of, your own silo, even if you're not trying to. Like, for example, I eschew the CNNs and the Washington Post and the ABCs and the Fox and all of that because, for the most part, Fox more than the others, but they're all kind of like, hey, we're going to win this thing, they'll give you the bright side. Not the others, not as much as Fox. Then you have the alternative media, right, where you go online, right, and they have channels on YouTube. But here's the problem: is people get invested in both ways. I find where you go to let's take Fox News for instance. You go to Fox News, everything is, if not perfect, everything is pointing in the direction of success, right? And then you want a little break from that, so you go online and you get an alternate point of view. And then what I've noticed as we've gotten a few weeks into this is I can't trust that either, because what sells online? What is the thumbnail that sells online? Negativity. So as I was looking through this thing and trying to find the nuance that's inside of here, then the alternative stuff online was it's getting worse, it's getting awful, Trump can't win this, it's not possible, and so you need to understand that that's simply the polar opposite of what Fox News does, and isn't any more reliable than what you would find in a cheerleader network like Fox News. So it's very difficult. I want to warn people. You got to remember, when you go online, you just as a Fox News devotee might be surprised to find out that the war's not going all that well. If you only follow the online stuff, the war may end with success and surprise the hell out of you, because on each side you have people who have told you 2 weeks ago what's going to happen, and on both sides they're invested.
Eric, if you follow Alex Jones on his channel, you would have believed a week ago that Bibi is dead and we are done. We can't win.
I would say Alex Jones, you kind of know what you're getting into there, right?
Yeah.
He has, his reputation precedes him. So I would always think of that. I know George Clark, he spent some time in the online's world. What I'm saying, does that resonate with you, or do you just think that they...
I mean, it's definitely hard to tell exactly what's going on, but I said this to you off air, it is different from the unconditional surrender that he was calling for a week ago, which makes me think that it's not going quite as well as he was portraying it to be.
Right. It's not, if you are negotiating for anything, you're not negotiating for unconditional surrender. But the other side of that is that Iran is getting pounded, and they have their strategies, and certainly they want to stretch this out for as long as they can, but they can't do it forever either.
We also haven't seen that uprising.
Well, the uprising is not going to happen because they don't have any guns, and the Revolutionary Guard is all over the place. So that was, I think that was just bad information. If that's the information Trump got, we'd go in there and then the people would hit the streets. But if the people of Iran just watch this regime kill maybe 30,000 protesters since January, that'll kind of whet your appetite, or dampen your appetite to go out into the streets, especially when you don't have any weapons yourself.
They need regular army to defect, and that hasn't happened yet because the IRGC isn't going to.
Well, but here's the deal: it's what's obvious to me is that even though Iran is saying nothing, there's no negotiations going on, it should be pretty easy to check to find out if these oil tankers safely passed through the Strait of Hormuz. If that's true, that means there is. So Iran is saying, no, we're not talking. But we know, unless everybody in Pakistan is lying to us, that they are a kind of open channel, and we are talking through Pakistan. It's impossible to know exactly what's going on because everybody's spinning in their direction. I feel like anybody listening to me should already know that. What I'm kind of adding to that for people is also your sources of information. There may be a YouTube channel that there's 3 or 4 YouTube channels that I like a lot, and they tend to be critical. But I have noticed that as the war's gone on, every thumbnail makes it seem like it's getting worse and worse and worse. But then when I really try to look at it all and put it together, I say, no, that's not true. The Iranians are also lying. So, there obviously are discussions that are going on. We don't have interceptors forever. A matter of fact, by the middle of April, it's starting to look like maybe we'll be pretty much out of interceptors. And Iran can't have missiles forever either. So there is a need for both sides. You're right, George Clark. The fact that we're negotiating means we're not negotiating an unconditional surrender. But that's the way the president talks, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
We had to stop him from getting a nuke, but a year and a half ago or whenever it was, Operation Midnight Hammer, he told us that their nuke program had been obliterated. Again, as we go back with definitions, the word obliterated usually means you're not going to have a problem a year later. So, and that's another thing. What's just pure rhetoric? What is just Trump being Trump and just saying, whatever he thinks he can just sort of speak things into existence in the universe? But it's very, very difficult to know. For me right now, it just seems to me that there are talks going on. Both sides have identified that they would like to end this, and I think Trump is sending the signal, we can do this like Venezuela. We don't have to have, you can still have an Ayatollah. You know what I mean? Which the problem then gets really sticky with the Gulf states. Because for Saudi Arabia, they're like, no, you can't do this to us. You came in here. Now they're proving that they can hit our oil fields and do all kinds of things. You can't walk away. So right now, some of the biggest pressure to keep going, to put troops on the ground, which look like that could happen as well, is coming from Saudi Arabia. Basically, you broke it, you bought it, kind of thing. And who knows? They might also get involved. I hear there's some stuff going on behind the scenes where like Saudi Arabia, UAE, some of these other places might actually help us fight if we go in there. I don't know. And then Israel has their agenda. Trump's agenda changes every day. So but what I'm gathering is there is some movement happening. It's just, whoever you were listening to 3 weeks ago is going to tell you the same story they were telling you 3 weeks ago, no matter what side it was on, because that's what makes them money.
Topical. And then it hits me, and I'm like, this is a freaking AI lady.
Local.
Green's resignation is going to shrink the Republican majority in the House.
Getting you through your morning.
How does that work?
Mark Arrow.
You've got to be kidding me.
Mark Arrow.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Those black streaks on your roof, not just dirt. It's actually fungus that feeds on your shingles, slowly breaking them down, shortening the lifespan of your roof, even increasing your energy bills. That's why I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. Wise Guys used a soft wash to safely remove those streaks and protect the shingles, and it came with a multi-year roof treatment warranty. It's simple. One quick call, a free estimate, and no need to be home. Mention me when you book Chris Chandler and save $70 at wiseguysprowash.com. The wise choice for your home.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Why should you choose Sweet James Accident Attorneys if you're hurt in a car, motorcycle, or trucking wreck? Hey, this is Mark Aram. You choose Sweet James because results matter. Here are some of the settlements won for injured victims by the attorneys at Sweet James. $9 million won for a client hurt in a bicycle accident. $700,000 won for a client hurt in a car wreck. $1 million for a client hurt in a motorcycle accident. Sweet James wins for clients hurt in these types of cases 98% of the time. They consistently win top settlements. So if you're hurt in an accident and results matter to you, call the attorneys at Sweet James and pay nothing until they win. They can't promise the outcome, but it's important you have a law firm like Sweet James by your side, a firm that cares and a firm that wins. Get a free case review at 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-9-MILLION, 800-900-0000, and at sweetjames.com.
Pet owners and parents know the struggle. Every time dogs or kids go outside, they track mud right back in. If you're tired of scrubbing floors, you need Muddy Mat, the anti-mud mat that cleans paws and shoes before they ruin your home. Only Muddy Mat features thousands of ultra-soft microfibers that are 5 times more absorbent than ordinary mats, instantly trapping dirt and water to protect your floors. Put it by every door, under pet bowls, in the kitchen for spills. It even makes a perfect bath mat, and it's 100% machine washable, so cleanup is effortless.
Since getting Muddy Mat, I don't worry about what my dog gets into. His paws are clean the second he steps off.
No more mopping. I love it. Thank you, Muddy Mat.
Right now, get a free medium Muddy Mat of $50 savings with your order of 2 or more mats at buymuddymat.com. This offer is only available at buymuddymat.com. That's BUYMUDDMAT.com. Don't wait. Get your free Muddy Mat today at buymuddymat.com.
There's some more audio from today and yesterday from the president and the administration about the war that I want to get into, but there's not enough time to do it right here. So we'll do that on the in the 4 o'clock hour. For right now, I do want to say, and there's audio for this, but it's so bad that it'd just be annoying to play it. But I got to give some credit to John Cena. I don't know how many people have seen this story. There's some guy, some TikToker named Harry Daniels. And his thing is when he sees a celebrity, he starts singing to them, right? I guess that makes for a good TikTok channel as they stand there embarrassed or whatever. And he went up to John Cena. I can't even figure out where John Cena is, or it seems like a club, but he's not dressed to be in a club. I'm not exactly sure. There's a lot of loud music. It's weird. It looks like he's waiting to be called into the dentist from the lobby. But there's like club music going on. It's kind of odd. But this guy walks up to him and he starts singing a Taylor Swift song. And John Cena is just sitting there. He's like leafing through a magazine or something. And he, at first, it's interesting because he's not afraid to like be somewhat threatening. He's sitting down. So then he stands up and he says to him, he puts his hand out and he says, "Hi, I'm John. How are you?" And he says, "So now you want to sing to me? And why would that be?" And the guy says something, because I think music brings blah, 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 blah. And John Cena just says, yeah, well, you know what? I'm not buying what you're selling. And it's so funny. The moment he's so polite, but so direct. "I'm not buying what you're selling."
How deflated does the person get?
He's just like, "Okay, goodbye."
Oh.
It's just, and you got to give it to the guy. I guess he put it up there and said, "Hey, I look like an idiot here," But I just, with other celebrities who get mad and who look like fools dealing with other people who are being foolish, this should be something that's taught in a course for celebrities of how to deal with things. Just by simply being straightforward, like, "I'm not going to take any of your nonsense," but after extending his hand, "Hi, I'm John. How are you? What is it you want to do?" "I want to sing." "Right, why do you want to do that?" "Because I think music." "Yeah, I'm not buying what you're selling." "Okay."
Chapel Roan needs to watch that video.
Yeah, Chapel Rowan. What do you think happened in that last? Do you think that? I think that she's kind of fibbing.
I agree.
What, in that apology video?
No, I just think she's kind of fibbing that she had no idea when it went down.
Yeah, she knew. She sends her security guard over twice.
Right. We should say it, because a lot of people may not know what we're talking about. A kid whose parents are somewhat famous, I guess, or she's married to somebody famous.
The father's a famous footballer.
Right. No, I thought the father was Jude Law.
No,
I thought this was Jude. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, the kid is there and thinks he sees Chapel Rowan in the hotel restaurant, and she just goes over to try to spy her. And according to everything that went down, a security guard was sent over twice. The little girl's day was ruined. It got out because these people are somewhat famous. And then Chapel Rowan said, "Hey, I didn't know anything about that. I don't hate my fans." And then the security guard came out and he took it 100% on himself, which of course he would if he wanted to keep his paycheck, I suppose. But she has complained in the past about fans. And she's only been famous for about a minute now.
Yeah, she really got big in 2024, and she's kind of known for having a bit of that attitude.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if it's about fans and more about people trying to get her picture without, secretly take.
I don't know if you're walking through the airport and someone takes your picture.
Yeah.
That's just par for the
See,
course.
This is what I say to all of these celebrities of this. Every job has a part of that job, even if you love the job, that you can't stand. I always bring this. Somebody might have started their own construction company or plumbing company. They love it. They love doing it. You know what they hate? Oh, I got to sit. Now it's time to do that 45 minutes of paperwork I have to do. Every job, even if you love it, has a downside. Being a celebrity, you get a lot of perks, but the public is going to want to come up to you and tell you how much they love you or take pictures with you or take pictures of you. And the only good response is just to smile and keep moving. It's just that part of your particular job that you don't love. But everyone who loves their job has a part of that job that they don't love. Welcome to humanity. That's what it's all about. So just relax, Chapel Rowan, and everybody else. People love you. Just keep walking.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL every weekend right here. Get more at retireatlradio.com. And Matt, what makes you and the team, what makes you different?
You come to us, you come to the Vincent Financial Group for money management, and yet maybe you're a really conservative investor. Our fee is not going to change whether or not we're shooting for a 20% rate of return or a 5% rate of return. This is one of the better use cases for a no-fee growth annuity, because on those no-fee growth annuity contracts, if you get the right ones and if you're working with the right people, you won't pay an advisory fee on those dollars, and yet you are getting exactly what you want, which is a vehicle that has more safety to it. So for those people in the retirement window looking for a way to take some risk off the table but not have to pay a fee to do it, a no-fee growth annuity can be a phenomenal complement to a portfolio. If you want to have that conversation around, what your mix of assets should be, we'd love to have that conversation with you. You can go to retireatlradio.com. Right there on the homepage, you can book a 30-minute discovery call with us. We can have this conversation. We would love to do it.
Again, that's retireatlradio.com, or make the call. We have a representative standing by right now. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation to discuss your financial future with Aaron Vincent, Matthew Decker, the team at the Vincent Financial Group. It's no cost, no obligation. 770-280-1488 or retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every weekend right here. And it's all powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. news, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story with lines at some airports hours long. TSA officer Darren Kelly has this message for lawmakers.
My simple thing is, we don't want your pity. We just want our paychecks.
Kelly and his wife are both TSA officers. He says they have nearly depleted their entire savings. With Congress set to leave on Easter break tomorrow, there's no deal yet to end the government shutdown and pay TSA workers. 2 Metro Atlanta airports are among the most dangerous, according to the FAA's latest list of hotspots.
The designation is intended to advise pilots of complex or confusing airfield configurations, which can create a heightened risk for runway or taxiway collisions. Hartsfield-Jackson and DeKalb Peachtree joined 3 other Georgia airports on the recently updated list provided by the FAA. Many of the nation's busiest airports carry the designation, including New York's LaGuardia, and specifically Runway 4, which was the location of the collision of an Air Canada jet and a fire truck on Monday that resulted in the deaths of the pilot and co-pilot. Several passengers were also injured. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
80 degrees in Atlanta, reaching the mid-80s tomorrow. Will we see any rain? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A Metro Atlanta school district suing social media giants may get a big boost from a landmark court case in California over the addictive nature of Facebook and YouTube.
The DeKalb County School District is one of 6 faces representing about 1,000 districts suing over students' social media addiction, which distracts them and disrupts classes.
The first domino has tipped.
Titania Jordan is Chief Parent Officer of Atlanta-based Bark Technologies.
With DeKalb County School District filing a lawsuit against Meta, TikTok, Snap, and YouTube, they stand an even better chance for their case to be heard and to receive damages.
DeKalb Schools is seeking at least $180 million in damages plus a couple billion for a student mental health plan. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A brother and sister are charged in connection with an alleged plot to bomb MacDill Air Base in Florida earlier this month. The MacDill is the headquarters for CENTCOM, which is overseeing military operations in Iran. Alan Zhang faces multiple charges and has fled to China. His sister is charged with accessory after the fact in tampering with evidence. President Trump and members of his cabinet insist the war with Iran is progressing in favor of the U.S. Even though Iranian strikes continue in Israel and the rest of the Middle East, the president says the Iranians want to work with the U.S. on a deal to end the war.
They are begging to make a deal, not me. They're begging to make a deal. And anybody that saw what was happening over there would understand why they want to make a deal.
Trump stresses that Iran cannot be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. A new program from the Cobb County Sheriff's Department called Bond Beyond Bars gives some inmates a chance to visit their kids.
Do you see them? Go get them! Go get them!
Smiles, laughter, and a game of Connect 4. That's what was happening at the Cobb County Jail today as inmates like Joannis Armstrong embraced their kids for the first time in months.
Missing time with them is really killing me on the inside. But I am grateful for this moment they did give us, though.
Sheriff's Department Chief of Staff David Jones hopes the inmates reflect during the 90-minute visit.
And it just kind of inspires you to get yourself together so that when you leave, you don't come back.
They hope to hold another visit for Mother's Day. At the Cobb County Jail, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Barricades begin going up tonight on downtown Atlanta streets surrounding the Fulton County Courthouse. The Sheriff's Office says it's part of the preparations for the upcoming World Cup. Installation of the barricades may lead to temporary road restrictions. It may be hard to believe with all the yellow dust around, but Atlanta is not the worst city for allergies this year.
Compared to previous years, more cities out west land in the top 20 allergy capitals for 2026, according to the rankings from the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America. Atlanta still ranks worse than average, though. Dr. Tim Ryan is an ear, nose, and throat specialist here in Atlanta. He explains how changing temperatures are changing the pattern for who's impacted and how long.
The tree canopy and the longer growing seasons. So as we move along in our age, we can develop more and more symptoms.
Boise, Idaho, by the way, ranks the worst in the nation. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic starts with Alex Williams.
Busy ride around Metro Atlanta right now, Bill. Focusing on 285 right now, where we got our eyes on a crash in the right lane in DeKalb County between Clarkston and Tucker. 285 northbound, the outer loop just north of Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. That's causing delays back to Memorial Drive. That southbound ride also filling in, leaving I-85 down to Memorial Drive. West side perimeter down near the airport in College Park, been dealing with a crash. Yep, right lane is blocked. I see that one on the jam cam. 285 southbound, the outer loop at Washington Road. Delays back up to Langford Parkway. Crash I-20 eastbound into Cab, blocking the HOV lane at Glenwood Avenue. That's slowing the ride leaving downtown. How is that ride through downtown Atlanta? Chinway, Maponia, Cook.
You're going to be on and off the brakes on I-75-85 northbound, leaving Langford Parkway 166 in Lakewood. Those brake lights are going to take you around the Grady curve, but they break free once you hit 10th Street, exit 250. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. A few clouds passing by this evening, staying mild tonight with lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, feeling like summertime with a high around 84. A dry cold front moving through tomorrow evening, dropping down to the 40s on Saturday morning. Sunshine with highs in the upper 60s for Saturday afternoon.
80 in Marietta, 77 in Beaufort, and 80 in Palmetto. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So let's get to some of the audio from, or the updates from the administration on where we are with this war. So we can go ahead and play that one again about the gift, because this turns out to be true. I mean, you have to kind of look at this as they did open the Strait of Hormuz, however briefly, and this was something that Trump's people and the Iranians had talked about. And that's the gift that he's talking about in this, even though it's just as usual. And we'll get to more of this thing the president has, or I don't want to say it, but, and then he says it, or he almost says it. There's more of
I don't want to say it, but it's ships passing through the Gulf of Hormuz, the Strait of Hormuz.
All right, just so people are just joining us now, let's start with that.
They did something yesterday that was amazing, actually. They gave us a present, and the present arrived today. It was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is, but it was a very significant prize. And they gave it to us, and they said they were going to give it. So that meant one thing to me: we're dealing with the right people.
Is that nuclear related?
No, it wasn't nuclear related. It was oil and gas related. And it was a very nice thing they did. But what it showed me is that we're dealing with the right people.
And that makes sense. If you make a deal, they say we'll open the Strait of Hormuz for something, and then they're able to pull that off. That means the people you're talking to, maybe you can come to some conclusions with them because they can actually hold up their end of the deal. So, do you have that piece of audio? I don't know if we played it on the air, but we've had it from a couple of days ago. The question right now is Trump trying to set up Pete Hegseth? And because he seems to be kind of letting people know lately that, this is all Pete's idea.
Well, I watched the news conference earlier of the cabinet meeting, Eric, and at one point Pete Hegseth was speaking, and Trump just had his eyes closed. Like, he's sitting in the corner, and you could tell that he was just bored out of his mind, eyes closed. And there were a couple of times where he's shaking his head back and forth while he's talking. And
I was just resting my eyes.
I mean, you were Truth Socialing at 5 a.m. this morning, so I get it.
Yeah, executive time.
It could have been, before we go into all that, it could have been at the point that he mentioned the long, hard handle. You have that? I think Trump
woke up for that part.
Trump, he just sort of looked at him like, that's kind of an odd thing to say.
So we're keeping our hand on that throttle as long as it's hard as is necessary.
Oh, the throttle. I'm sorry.
I don't think it was
throttle.
that he was thinking that's a weird thing to say. I thought he was like, all right.
Yeah, hey, how about it?
That hard handle. We're keeping our hand on that throttle, that hard throttle, moving it up and down, opening it back and forth.
So let's go back to a couple of days ago. This is the first time people started to wonder, because the thing with Trump is, if everything's going well, Trump takes all the credit. So if everything's going well, you're thinking that Trump's going, hey, this was all my idea. So then a couple of days ago, he says this about Hegseth.
Pete, I think you were the first one to speak up, and you said, let's do it.
Okay, hey, by the way, if this doesn't, this is Pete's idea.
It's all on him. I had nothing to do with it.
Sort of a thing. And then today, so this is number 2. Go to number 2 now. He starts talking about how Pete is disappointed if we don't keep bombing.
The only two people that were quite disappointed. I don't want to say this, but I have to.
There it is again.
I said, Pete and General Raisin Cane, I think this thing's going to be settled very soon. Here they go. Oh, that's too bad. Pete didn't want it to be settled.
No, he didn't want it to be settled.
By the way, let's go back into there. Do you have the ice number 3? Do you think, and I think this is possibly true, that when Trump is in a meeting with General Kane, he actually refers to him as General Raisin Cane?
I said, Pete and General Raisin Cane, I think this thing's going to be settled very soon.
It's kind of odd that you're using people's kind of monikers and nicknames.
But Raisin Cane, you had Admiral Schwartz or whatever, General Stormin' Norman. So you got these guys.
I don't think the first Bush was like, hey, General Stormin' Norman. I think he just called him General. It seems odd to me to call somebody General. General is like this honorific, right? It's you're a general, and then the next is your nickname. So General Raisin Cane.
I said, Pete and General Raisin Cane, I think this thing's going to be settled very soon.
Yeah. Secretary Repeat.
It just seems odd to me that, because I'd heard that people had said that the reason he likes Kane so much is he's just in love with his nickname.
That's probably the only reason he likes it.
I can make a little funny nickname out of there.
So we're
Great
keeping
way to run
our
a country.
Yeah. Well, listen, there are worse things we could point to. If General Raisin Cane and the Iranians could work something out to where we're out of this war in the next couple of weeks, I'll call him Raisin Cane forever. But
you didn't like Hegseth's negotiation tactics here?
Oh, yes, another one. Hegseth, this guy.
We see ourselves as part of.
We see our blah blah blah.
He just doesn't know how not to sound like a D-bag. I'm sorry. I know there are people who love this. They want, the Arnold Schwarzenegger type of. That seems to be what he's trying to do. He's trying to have like catchphrases. Because negotiate with bombs, is that from any movie? Is he stealing that from anything? Because that sounds like something Schwarzenegger was saying in like the early 90s. I negotiate with bombs. Doesn't that sound like...
And communicate with my fists.
That's right.
We will blow them all to hell. To hell with you.
We see ourselves as part of this negotiation as well. We negotiate with bombs.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get this straight. You're tough? You're tough. Okay, now I get it. Well, it took me a while.
Yeah.
I'm a little thick. So you're a tough guy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I am. We negotiate with bombs and guns and missiles.
And with murderous intent and all of this.
Our first offer is to kill.
I think we negotiate with bombs. If you're not going to get a catchphrase out of that one, I would just give up now.
I'm not good at that. I'm good at war.
Yeah. Okay. What's your? Usually when secretaries of war / defense are talking to us, they try to be kind of reasonable.
Not me.
It seems like you're just ratcheting it up all the time.
Yeah, I want to ratchet up. I want to go to war with the whole world.
Yeah.
Actually,
you're not afraid. You're not afraid like me from the media. The old media is always afraid.
Yeah, the crybaby media like you.
You're not like
take
me.
Take it easy, Secretary.
No. I want to get back with this guy. Hey, you're better than me, right? Because you're you.
Yeah, I am better than you. I'm muscular. I have cool hair. I wear tight suits. I got cool tattoos. What do you got? A radio show?
Yeah, I got a little radio show.
Do you have the ability to blow people up and kill them?
No, I don't. No, I
do.
don't. I don't negotiate with bombs. There's a story from NBC News that says one of the reasons that Trump may be remaining so gung-ho is that every day, apparently, they put together like a 2 or 3 minute video for the president of us blowing things up, and they show it to him early.
Wow, look at that go.
Whoa.
Blew that up.
That explains why they end up going viral on X. We've seen like 3 or 4 of these videos where they tie in like Schwarzenegger moments, Sylvester Stallone moments,
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, Chuck Norris, and you're
Rest
like,
in peace.
I find him to just be disgusting when I see these videos.
Well, don't watch them if you don't like them. They're not for you. They're for people. They're for people that like to watch people get blown up.
Now I will say this:
they're for patriots, is what you're trying to say.
That's right, for patriots who love war.
Well, Mr. President, I do want for my tank top, my America 250 tank top, this 4th of July. I do want the "We negotiate with bombs." I do want that as the quote on there.
You can buy it on Hegseth's merch store.
I want that.
Isn't there there's some push? I guess the First Lady has some kind of like merch shop on the White House website or something, and
You
she's
can
selling
buy a suitcase.
Yeah, if
No,
you
it's
have a
a
little
s-
kid who loves suitcases.
It's a $600 gold necklace, Liberty necklace or something.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, $600. People are wondering if it's really worth $600, but
Of course, if you pay for it, it is worth that much.
that is true. That is not. No, I mean, have any other first ladies had a merch store?
Look at this crap.
Have any other first ladies had a merch store? That's what I want to know.
I want to sell a shirt that says "I'm with stupid."
Yeah, and have it pointing up to her head.
All right,
No,
you
it
two.
would
We don't need
not.
a domestic.
That's not the joke. It would point at you.
Yeah, well, nobody buys that. By the way, you can buy prints of lovely paintings of her, watercolor.
Oh,
Just
wait,
her
wait.
eyes.
She's selling. Hold on. She's selling prints of herself.
Well, they're sold out, so.
But I mean, they are of like I would get a print of her.
For instance, yes. But for instance, last year you could have gotten the lovely 2025 Melania Christmas ornament, the American Star, for only $90.
Only $90.
That's right.
Wow.
That's great. So what is it? Have you seen the Liberty necklace there? Does
It's
that
the
seem
Vote
like it's worth
Freedom necklace.
That's beautiful.
You know,
And
this
Lady
is
Liberty, and
it's the Vote Freedom.
it's only
necklace.
$600.
It's only $600. I mean, people should be able to afford that.
And we do have an option for.
Who are these people
Klarna.
who keep giving them money? Who are the people? I get it.
I wear that pendant everywhere.
Listen. I get. Listen.
I
This is.
love my necklace.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm an American, and I understand that people have different. So it's not to me. How can people agree with things that I don't agree with? No, I understand that. Well, I understand. Hey, this is my guy, and we're supporting him. But who are these people who just feel like, you know what, the Trumps need more of our money? We really got to give them more money. Who is deciding? We got to get a watch, get a phone, get the pendant, get the necklace, get it. They need our money.
You got to show how loyal you are.
You have to see these Christmas ornaments they have. They have a whole America 250 collection. One of them is the Statue of Liberty, and for $75 you get the little bauble, and you get the digital collectible with Melania's engraved signature.
That's only $75.
Yeah, it's
A
beautiful.
digital collectible?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that
Like
an
an
NFT?
NFT, yeah.
Well, you get
Are they
both.
selling NFTs on
No,
this?
I said digital collectible.
You know who has those guys.
Also, there's Air. Isn't it for $800 you could buy Air?
You can buy one of my emissions.
Merlog Air.
You could buy one of my butt emissions for $300. It's in a jar.
I'd say Alex Williams knows all about these.
Thank you
He
for
collects them.
gently pushing us to Alex Williams. Unfortunately, there is a crash on 285 in College Park.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric, and to the Doctrinaires as well. Yeah, watching this trouble spot down near the airport in College Park. Crash knocking out the right lane, 285 southbound. The outer loop right at Washington Road, exit 1. Delays creeping back now toward Cascade Road. Before that, 285 west and southbound. The outer loop also filling in from Georgia 400 over to I-75 in Truist Park. With those southbound delays finding you again from South Atlanta Road down to I-20. Also got our eyes that we've had on trouble 285 in DeKalb County, Chinway, Maponia Cook.
That's a crash that's knocking out the right lane on that outer loop, I-285 northbound, just past Highway 78, exit 39. And those delays are starting just before Covington Highway. This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple Team Traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down. We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Hi, it's Dale from TrustDale.com. I've trusted America's Best Choice for more than a decade for windows, doors, siding, decks, and roofing. Their exclusive 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, protects you if something goes wrong.
Thanks, Dale. At America's Best Choice, we deliver the best exterior solutions that provide long-term value for your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate now at abcwin.com. No pressure, no gimmicks. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
If you're hurt in a car wreck, call the attorneys at Sweet James. If you're hurt in a trucking wreck, call the attorneys at Sweet James. If you're hurt in a motorcycle wreck, call the attorneys at Sweet James. Sweet James settles more for injured victims in 1 year than most firms settle in their lifetime. Hey, it's Mark Arum here. Sometimes you can't control what happens in life, but Sweet James can help you control how you respond by putting power by your side and back in your hands. When you're hurt in an accident, nothing can prepare you for what may come next. You might not be ready, but they are. Call Sweet James at 800-9-MILLION. The attorneys at Sweet James are going to help you connect to top medical care, the most amount of money possible, and deliver the justice you deserve in your time of need. You pay nothing until they win. So if you're hurt in a wreck, call Sweet James, 800-9-MILLION, 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-900-0000, and online at sweetjames.com.
Tired of painting?
Rhino Shield lasts 25 years, backed by warranty.
So protect and beautify your home for decades, not seasons.
At RhinoShieldGA.com.
Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Why choose between getting things done and doing things with the ones you love? With Kroger same-day pickup and delivery, it's easy to shop the same great prices and quality you'd find in store. We'll bring your groceries right to you in our refrigerated trucks, so you can spend time on what matters most. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And now you can enjoy free delivery on orders of $50 or more with your digital coupon. Place your order today. Restrictions apply. See coupon for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
No good story about Furniture House begins with, well, we were sitting in the bare spot in our backyard on vinyl folding chairs. No, it doesn't. Just stop it. Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations, my deck guys. That's right, it's deck season. In fact, it's always deck season. So add some outdoor living space to your home with a new deck, or maybe you have an old deck that needs to be brought up to date with a tender, loving remodel. Either way, you need Ben Hill Renovations. Ben Hill Renovations will provide you with a better contractor experience. You'll have a dedicated project manager. They'll show up on time and they won't go over budget. And all jobs are backed by the Ben Hill Renovations Workmanship Warranty. With over 60 years of experience, Ben Hill offers superior craftsmanship and a high quality of work that fits within your budget. So get your project started today and pay no interest and paid in full in 12 months. Check out their website at bhrenovations.com. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
You know, again, let's go to the beginning of Cut 2, because I do want to get into this thing where the president has this habit of saying things, but saying before that, I don't want to say this, but or I'm not going to tell you, and then he tells you, and both of those things happened today. So play number 2 again until I tell you to stop. Where
so the only two people that were quite disappointed. I don't want to say this, but I have to.
Okay, stop right there. Okay. I believe that's 5. You could run that again.
You know, the only two people
No,
that were
number 5.
Oh, number 5, sorry.
I don't want to say this, but I have to.
So
there's that. But I do.
There's the I don't want to say this, but it does this all the time. Go back to number 1. There's a part in that, and I'll tell you when to stop.
They did something yesterday that was amazing, actually. They gave us a present, and the present arrived today. And it was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is, but it was a very significant.
Okay, there it is. Good. I'm not going to tell you, but then obviously he's not. What I'm wondering is, first of all, it's good news. It appears to me that there's evidence that we are talking. The Iranians are talking with us, no matter what they say. So we have evidence that they are negotiating. Now, here's the question. Is it a good idea to tell everyone in the world everything that happens during a negotiation? I mean, I think that's why he keeps saying that. I think what it means is, I'm not supposed to talk about this, because aren't you supposed to negotiate behind the scenes?
Well, other people can. I like to negotiate in front of the world.
It's like if you were in a room negotiating and then there's like a lunch break and you run out of the room and you just start yelling to everybody in the hall, everything that just happened in there. Oh, the idea with the negotiation was, behind scenes, people might, and then when you walk out, it's like, we've always agreed on all of this, and here's the final thing. So I think that's what he's doing when he does that. I don't want to. I don't.
The thing that he had, the deadline that ends Friday or whatever, that's been extended now to April 6th, according to CNN up there.
Okay.
So no bombing electrical facilities.
Okay. Well, you do have to. It appears that Iran opened up the Strait of Hormuz and let some ships go through that we wanted to go through. So if they get that back until April whatever, no matter what you believe of the actual thing, whether it's real or a bluff or, you're sensing some back and forth, right?
Yep.
Which means, something is going on. Hopefully we can figure out how to end this, but I don't think everyone's going to be happy, and I think some of the American people are going to be a bit surprised, because I think Iran might walk out of this with no more sanctions and possibly able to charge a bit of a toll to get through the Strait of Hormuz. But you know who doesn't charge you for anything? That's Alex Williams. He does it out of love, and he's going to let you know now there is a stall on 85 in Gwinnett.
Yeah, Eric, we've been watching this one in the second left lane, the left lane next to the HOT Express lane. Good news is it was able to get up and moving just a moment ago, 85 northbound before Jimmy Carter Boulevard, but still bunched up as you leave 285 up toward Norcross, and some brake lights find you again on and off between Duluth and Swanee. Toughest part of 400 north in Sandy Springs, 285 up to Northridge Road, exit 6. How's I-75 northwest of town, Chinway, Maponia, Cook?
You're packed in, starting in Powers Park with delays beginning on I-75 northbound at Delk Road. They're going to stretch through Marietta and Kennesaw, breaking free at Highway 92, exit 277. 575 also slow northbound from Barrett Parkway all the way into Woodstock. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta homeowners, your grades are in. Hi, I'm Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate right here on 95.5 WSB. Each Saturday, my show covers Atlanta's residential housing market and all things real estate. I've been thrilled that so many WSB listeners have taken me up on my team's offer of a complimentary home report card. This is a customized analysis on your home, a secret weapon to get more when the time comes to sell. Know your home's strengths and weaknesses, learn how it stacks up against your competition, and the best time to sell. When it's time to move, you'll know how to net more money. Spring selling season has already started, so if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, let me send you the Agency Atlanta's free home report card. It's invaluable information, it's free, and there are no strings attached. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less with expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
When your termite bond renewal comes in the mail, do you cringe wondering how much more they're going to charge me now? Switch to Breda Pest Management and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years. Dave Baker here. If your termite service doesn't inspect inside, how do you know you're protected? With Breda, you get total peace of mind that your home is termite free inside and out, and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top story, a groundbreaking verdict over the addictiveness of Facebook and YouTube, could be good news for DeKalb County schools. It is one of 6 districts nationwide suing social media giants.
It completely makes sense. They have to divert a great amount of funding to keeping kids safe, on task, stop filming each other fighting in the bathroom, stop having drugs delivered to the school as quickly and easily as a pizza through apps like Snapchat. This is a crisis.
Titania Jordan of Atlanta-based Bark Technology says if a California jury gave a single woman $6 million, DeKalb County schools should be asking a lot more. It is 80 degrees in Atlanta, warm this evening. Do we see any rain tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. On day 41 of the partial government shutdown, reporter Jay O'Brien says there is hope on the Senate floor about a plan to fund Homeland Security and pay TSA officers.
We do have a development. There is some momentum. We don't know if it's momentum in the right direction or the wrong direction. All of that to say we're still in a holding pattern, but there are some signs that this could end. It's early, we don't really know, and there's a possibility that this drags into the weekend, but there are some signs.
President Trump continues to say the war with Iran won't last much longer.
Won't be long. It's going to end soon. We had to take a little detour, go to Iran, and we had to put out a fire. Very dangerous fire that could have blown up big portions of the world, if not the whole thing.
The president rejects claims Iran doesn't want to negotiate. He says they are begging to make a deal. A brother and sister are charged in connection with an alleged plot to attack MacDill Air Force Base in Florida. Alan Zeng faces multiple charges after he's accused of planting a device at the base in Tampa that's the headquarters for CENTCOM, which is overseeing military operations in Iran. His sister is being charged with accessory after the fact and tampering with evidence. A new lawsuit from environmental and faith-based groups over Georgia Power's energy expansion for data centers.
The lawsuit filed in Fulton County Superior Court alleges the Public Service Commission exceeded its authority in December when it approved a massive expansion of power infrastructure for Georgia Power. The suit says the commission did not properly demonstrate the need for new energy, and it says the expansion comes at the expense of captive customers who will be on the hook for up to $60 billion in costs in the coming decades. The plaintiffs are asking the PSC to revisit its findings, rewrite its order, and to decertify at least 757 megawatts of what it calls unnecessary resources. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
More than a year after human skeletal remains were found at a construction site in Gwinnett County, they are now identified as a man who had been missing for almost 5 years. Officials with the Lawrenceville Police Department and Gwinnett County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed the remains belonged to 57-year-old Timothy Williams, who was reported missing in July of 2020. DNA testing was used to help identify the man. A new nationwide study from AARP finds caregiving for a friend or family member takes a major financial toll.
In Georgia, there are 2.5 million adults caring for a loved one with disabilities or medical conditions. AARP State Director Paula Cunningham says it's not just about mowing the lawn or taking someone to the doctor's office.
And what we see is individuals are now doing that and more. Particularly where we see the increase in care is around complex care.
That can look like caring for an older adult suffering from dementia or someone being physically impaired. AARP says it's important to talk to doctors to see what resources are available. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
WSB Money Update, a top streaming service, is raising prices again.
Well, it seems everything costs more these days now. Netflix is jacking up the price of its standard streaming subscription, the one that comes with ads, by $1 to $8.99 a month. The tier without ads is going up by $2 to $19.99 a month, and the premium plan that can support 4 screens at any one time, up $2 to now $26.99. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
It is now 4:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic starts with Alex Williams.
New trouble in DeKalb County, Bill. Crash in the left lane, I-20 eastbound, Panola Road exit 71. That's making what was already a slow ride even slower as you try to leave I-285 to head out toward Lithonia. If you're traveling I-20 westbound, trying to make your way out of Stonecrest over to the perimeter, you're just on and off the brakes through that work zone over to Wesley Chapel Road and I-285. We got trouble on I-20 in West Atlanta, Chinway Maponia Cook.
And that's a stall knocking out the second left lane, I-20 westbound. Just getting past the connector, it is causing a long line of delays, so just be careful as you're making your way around trying to get into West Atlanta. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy and warm for this evening. Lows tonight in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow feeling like summertime with a high around 84. An isolated rain shower possible for tomorrow evening, then cooling down for Saturday. Morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in the upper 60s.
Right now it's 78 in Snellville, also 78 in Hampton, and 79 in Milton. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Every car dealership's the exact same, right? Wrong. Dave Baker here for Beaver Toyota of Cumming, voted the #1 Toyota dealership in Georgia. And it's easy to see why. I can sum it up in 2 words. Beaver benefits. Like a lifetime powertrain guarantee, lifetime free oil changes, free car washes, and loaner vehicles. There's a restaurant, a salon, a clean spot for your kids to romp. And you thought all dealerships were the same. The Toyota Tundra from Beaver Toyota is the official truck of the Home Fix-It Show. See them on the web at beavertoyotacumming.com.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. Now, listen, here's a scenario. This happens every day in Atlanta. A person gets in a wreck, you file a claim with your insurance, then the insurance steers you to their preferred auto body shop for an estimate. It's a short list. They do this because these places are in bed with the insurance companies. They work with the insurance companies to cut corners on your repairs. Do not do this. If you get sick, do you go where your insurance company tells you to go? If you are hurt in an accident, do you go to an attorney where your insurance company tells you to go? No, you go where you're going to get the best care for you. RJ's Auto Body Plus works in your best interest, not the insurance company. Better service, better parts, and paint. And in most cases, a more timely manner. They'll even come get your car and tow it in. Family owned in Marietta, Georgia by my friends Jeff and Edith. Search RJ's Auto Body Plus or 770-955-5020.
A DUI conviction could be life-changing. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
No hot water, running out halfway through your shower, or dealing with a leak that just won't stop. When plumbing problems hit, you need help fast. At Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services, we bring helpful to the home with same-day water heater service and expert plumbing repairs. Our local plumbers arrive ready to diagnose the issue and fix it right the first time. Get comfort back and problems handled by Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services. Local folks you can trust. Straight answers you can rely on. Powered by Ace Hardware. Get service today at MoncriefAir.com.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Okay, so we got rid of pennies in this country, right?
We sure
no
did.
more pennies are being made. I mean, there's the ones that are out there. I don't know if they're pulling them off the market slowly. I don't know.
You got to round up.
Right, yeah, I'm understanding this. But I think that there's an easier answer here. So we don't have pennies. That was on the national level. So now Georgia lawmakers passed a bill. Basically says, yeah, you've got to round. You don't necessarily have to round up. You have to do rounding.
Correct. Round to the nearest nickel. This is House Bill 1112.
Yeah, but there's actually more specific than that. So under the bill, you would have to round down transactions ending in 1, 2, 6, or 7, and round up transactions ending in 3, 4, 8, or 9. Now, wouldn't it just be easier if we're going off the nickel? Going off the penny, and we're not going to have pennies anymore? Why don't we just price things that has to be, to the nickel or a multiple of a nickel? What if it either costs $5, $5.05, $5.10, $5.15, $5.20, $5.25. I mean, why don't we just stop pricing things where they, you know,
Varied
where they would
tax
come in
rates.
the in-betweens. What?
Varied tax rates.
Can't we change that too? That has to end on just, if we're not going to have pennies anymore.
I get it, but every state and city has a different tax rate.
I get it, but I'm just saying that if we're not going to go back to the penny, and okay, this will be a transitional time, but rather than having to pass laws about whether you got to round up or down from a 3 or a 7, why not just price everything based on increments of 5? Wouldn't that then you have nothing else? It's got to be 5 or above. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You would have to, in your local district, make sure that you're calculating like whatever the price. Like you go to a gas station, right? You pick up a snack, right? You would have to make sure that it accounts for the city tax and the federal tax for that area, and then wherever you go, you would expect all the business owners to do the same thing.
Okay, well, here's a great reason, yet another reason to get rid of all taxes. I think I really...
Yes, I'm with you there. You need to get rid of all of them.
It seems to me, I get what you're saying, but it seems to me that everything could be priced like this.
It could, but then they would put the cost of them having to do it onto the merchandise, and so you'd have to pay for that too.
Well, no. If a state, each state had, I mean, if the country just had a law, I get it. We're going to end up paying 2 cents more here and 2 cents more there in order to do this. But wouldn't it be easier? And look, we're just in a transitional time anyway, because most people pay with credit cards and these things, right?
Yep.
There's not nearly as many cash transactions as there used to be. So we're in a kind of and it's too bad. I think that there's something great about cash, and we're losing it.
My meth dealer is rounding down, so that's helpful.
Well, that's, you know what, the meth dealer is usually kind of they tend to be socialist in nature, collectivists.
Sure.
You know, they believe in the whole community.
For the good of all.
They want to get the whole community addicted to meth. So it's a little bit of a lost leader for them, I think. But yeah, it just seems to me there has to be a way where just everything is priced at a point where it's either going to come out nickel, dime, 15. But why? Why can't everything just be priced like that, even taxes?
You know what? I'm just going to hoard all the pennies that I have and lord it over everybody, because I have over $2 worth of pennies, and that'll last me forever at this rate.
You'll be the king.
I'll be the penny king.
Keep the ones before 82.
What?
If you keep the ones minted before 1982, because those are copper. Everything after that's zinc.
And this is obviously comes down to it's kind of a class thing. Obviously, the lower socioeconomic status, the more cash probably being used.
Yep.
Right?
I would assume.
I say everybody uses credit cards, but everybody doesn't use credit cards to buy their gas, obviously. So I could see where people, they're just going to round up everything and we're going to have to pay more for everything. And I guess that's a thing. But it just seems weird to me that every state is going to have to come up with their own laws about how to give change. It just seems like we could just get on a system that said everything is, within a nickel, and you just price it that way.
Sounds like you want to bring the penny back.
I don't care. No, the penny went for a good reason. Obvious. I think the nickel's maybe next because it costs more. It costs, one of the things about the penny is it costs like 3 cents to make every penny. I believe it costs more than a nickel to make a nickel now.
Let's see.
So what they really want is they just want to get rid of money altogether so they can track everything that you do at all times, even your Bitcoin.
See, with the Walmart news that came out earlier this week, Eric, they announced that they're going to do dynamic pricing and have those digital price labels on there so they can base...
Wait, but hold on. Don't say they didn't announce dynamic pricing, because that's a horrible PR move. They announced something that sounded wonderful, and people just pointed out, that's going to be dynamic pricing.
Yeah, it's dynamic pricing. But I mean, like, when I hear stories like that about businesses that are doing it, I mean, it makes me, at Walmart at least, want to shop with cash, because I don't want them knowing, like, he's low on toilet paper, so I know I can, raise those prices up a little bit.
You don't want to give them any information.
Right.
About, it's been a long time since this guy bought toilet paper, so let's jack up those prices.
Well, what is dynamic pricing? I mean, they just change it at whim?
Yeah, dynamic pricing is like with concert tickets.
Okay.
Dynamic pricing has been used for years, basically, in when you buy a ticket for an airplane.
Yes. So that'll now apply to Oreos.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, they're moving in that direction more often, which is, know in the moment. And also, but it's more than just the time of year that it is, or, pricing has always been changed on certain things. But because they get a profile of you completely, at some point in the future, the supermarket is just going to know your profile as you're walking past the shelves and will change the prices to fit your profile.
Hey, you haven't bought ramen noodles in a while. Jack them up.
or this guy will buy ramen noodles. Well, why don't we put some good prices on the ramen? See if we can get him back into the ramen habit again. It's not like pricing has always been somewhat dynamic. Winter coats cost less in the middle of the summer than when you're getting at the end of fall. There's always been reasons to change the pricing, but the more with the internet and the selling of your identity and knowing in your profile, it can be so specific now. And with your GPS or whatever, they can know, hey, he's in the store, he's in aisle 7. Let's give him a deal there. I don't know.
That's the noodle aisle. Let's give him a deal on some noodles.
I think we're going to be screwed more than anything else. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to give us good deals more than bad deals. If you just look at the pricing of concert tickets and what happened there, but yeah, it really shows that there is no love for the customer. That's what. And I know I'm naive at this point, even to mention this, but I swear to everything that matters to me that I lived in a country where businesses actually, maybe they didn't really mean it, but they were good at making it seem like they cared about you as the customer.
It was to keep you spending more money with them. But now they've realized that there are so many things that now are just a part of our lives that we can't seemingly do without. Yeah. And so now they can just charge us monthly for those things and not have to just get our one-time purchase of it.
I was thinking about when growing up, there just seemed to be a lot more emphasis from businesses on families, right? Like family deals. Like you can bring your whole family to the ballpark. And it just seems like all of that is just gone. It's soulless. It's transactional. You want it, we got it. Let's make a deal. And it almost seems like Autumn, like they've forgotten the whole thing about repeat customers. Outside of the subscription base. But I mean the repeat customer from, hey, we had a really good time there, let's go back kind of thing. That
they
stuff
realize
is just
that they can make
not
more
there.
money, by having a CEO at the top, and they seemingly make more money, even though really it's not because the customers are returning, it's because they've cut back on so many things and that they widen their profit margin, but it doesn't really, and then like 6 months later it goes under because they don't have customers.
You used to have a city with 5 different grocery stores owned by 5 different people. Now you have 2 grocery stores.
And now when you go to like what we just heard like with Amazon and Netflix and all these tiers now Amazon has created a tier that nobody really even needed, but it's going to cost you more money, and people don't want to not have the top tier.
Right.
How many people are using 5 screens at once in their house?
Every day, Eric. Every day
I have the
5
Ultra.
screens.
They just start kind of creating these VIP things that nobody really needs. All right, Alex Williams says that it is stacked and it is packed downtown.
Yeah, Eric, all that and then some. Just tons of brake lights through the city this afternoon. You're looking at about 40 minutes out of Buckhead on 400 South from Lennox Road just to get down to I-20. 75 South delays find you right around Moore's Mill Road. Making it even worse is trouble on I-20 westbound, just west of the downtown connector. That's in Windsor Street. It's blocking a second left lane. That's why you're seeing the delays out of downtown. 75-85 northbound, not any better. That's all volume. Highway 166 Langford Parkway up to Peachtree Pine Street. Still watching trouble on 285 near the airport, Chinway, Maponia, Cook.
And even though this crash is off to the right with the tow truck there ready to load it up, police are still protecting that right lane, and that's what's causing 4 miles worth of delays on I-285 southbound at Washington Road. Those delays taking you back towards Campbellton Road, Highway 166. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Eric Erickson. Informative and topical when you want it.
And I'm not a big proponent of the idea that we need a law, but my gosh, we need a law.
And a break when you need it.
I want as few in charge of me as possible.
Eric Erickson.
Sometimes necessary, but bad.
Tomorrow at noon.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Dave Baker here with big news. Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making March unforgettable. Here's the deal. Coolray will upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system for as low as $60 a month. Look, if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace it before the Georgia heat arrives. And for 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
High five! Up top! Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Heck yeah! He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread. Yes! The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
Those black streaks on your roof, not just dirt. It's actually fungus that feeds on your shingles, slowly breaking them down, shortening the lifespan of your roof, even increasing your energy bills. That's why I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. Wise Guys used a soft wash to safely remove those streaks and protect the shingles, and it came with a multi-year roof treatment warranty. It's simple. One quick call, a free estimate, and no need to be home. Mention me when you book Chris Chandler and save $70 at wiseguysprowash.com. The wise choice for your home.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you're seeing any signs of moisture in your basement, condensation, damp floors, mold, or wood rot, your basement has water issues, AquaGuard will create a customized waterproofing plan to keep your basement dry. Visit aquaguard.net today. Remember,
AquaGuard. Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
So do we still do virtual court hearings here? I thought that was just something from the pandemic where you could zoom in to court.
Not anymore, I don't think. We can ask George
I don't
tomorrow.
know. We'd have to check on that in Georgia. Well, they're still doing it in
available.
Michigan. Yeah, they're still doing it in Michigan. And so this this Michigan judge gets upset with this lady. She's having trouble getting into the hearing to begin with. I think he was like, okay, it's about a fine, like unpaid debt, $2,000 or something. And she's late, and he's like, okay, if she's not going to be here. But then she finally gets her equipment, and then he notices, like, she's in her car.
She's driving.
Well, hold on. She claims she's not driving, and the judge disagrees. So go ahead and play.
You cannot be driving, ma'am. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a car.
You're still not. I'm not hearing cases with people driving or as passengers in cars.
Okay, I will pull over right now.
Short of us coming out to everybody's house and doing these on boats and stuff in the summer, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I have an emergency. I'm going out of town for a family member, but I will have my driver pull over. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to be in a car, but hang on 1 second.
Am I crazy, or does it not look like you're driving that car?
I'm not driving the car. I'm a passenger in the car, sir.
What side of the car are you on?
I'm on the left-hand side.
How would you be on the left-hand side if you're a passenger in the front seat? Am I missing something?
Right-hand side. I'm sorry. I've been sitting in a room. I didn't know.
Yeah, the seatbelt's coming off of the driver's side. Right? Now you're lying to me, right?
No, I'm not, sir.
Let me see the driver.
Hang on 1 second.
No.
I have to ask their permission.
Now. Well, you're not in the you weren't in the driver's side. You think I'm that stupid?
Man.
Now, my question is this: is it possible she didn't account for that reverse thing that I was talking about the other day that makes you look like you're on the other side?
That's possible, yeah.
A lot of these people don't put the correction. And so if they're wearing something on their shirt, I have to look again. Is there anything on her shirt that would be spelled backward?
No, there's nothing on my shirt.
Why are you lying to me, ma'am?
I'm not. I have to ask my driver
It
for
looks
permission.
to me like you're driving a car.
Well, I'm not, so.
Well, you're going to jail.
Speaking of driving cars, Alex Williams going to help you drive your car and try to get home in your car, but he wants you to know that 20 westbound is pretty slow leaving downtown.
And hopefully it's going to get better, Eric. We just watched all lanes blocked for several minutes on I-20 westbound, just west of the downtown connector. Police was able to push a stall from the second left lane to the right shoulder, so all lanes are back open. But as you can imagine, it's really slowing 75, 85, both northbound and southbound, trying to get onto I-20 West. Once you get outside the perimeter, just some scattered brake lights, 20 westbound from Riverside Parkway out into Lithia Springs. What are things looking like on I-20 in DeKalb County, Chinway Maponia Cook?
Well, the crash is cleared, I-20 eastbound at Panola Road. However, that recovery is taking a bit of time. You're still going to be slow back to the perimeter and even before making your way out of Panthersville on I-20 eastbound. This traffic report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
You're a planner? Good for you. Hot weather is coming, but you'll be cool and comfortable with TE Certified. Chris Chandler for TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. March is the lowest price of the season for AC maintenance, just $59. Their expert technician service all brands, so be an early bird. Schedule your $59 AC checkup by March 31st.
TE Certified, we love your home.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Every car dealership's the exact same, right? Wrong. Dave Baker here for Beaver Toyota of Cumming, voted the #1 Toyota dealership in Georgia. And it's easy to see why. I can sum it up in 2 words. Beaver benefits. Like a lifetime powertrain guarantee, lifetime free oil changes, free car washes, and loaner vehicles. There's a restaurant, a salon, a clean spot for your kids to romp. and you thought all dealerships were the same. The Toyota Tundra from Beaver Toyota is the official truck of the Home Fix-It Show. See them on the web at beavertoyotacoming.com.
Does it seem like it's getting louder and louder? Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. That noise is your garage door crying for help. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Our highly trained technicians provide 24/7 service, upfront pricing, and free estimates. We service all major brands. Our products are warranted, and our work is guaranteed. We will treat you like our only customer. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
If you've been seriously hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, I want you to call my friends, the accident attorneys at Sweet James. It's Mark Aaron back with you. You know what matters to us. We take care of our own. Family matters. Community matters. And when something life-changing happens, you need a law firm that treats you like more than just a case number. That's Sweet James Accident Attorneys. There was a case where a city vehicle ran a stop sign at nearly 50 miles an hour. Crash caused really bad injuries. Family's life changed in just seconds. Sweet James took that case all the way to trial. They stood up for that family, presented the evidence, and the jury returned a record-breaking $17.4 million verdict. Now, they can't promise any outcomes. Every case is different. But when you're facing an injury from an accident, there's only one firm to call: Sweet James Accident Attorneys, the firm that treats you like family. Get a free case review at 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-9-MILLION, 800-900-0000, or sweetjames.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top story: frustration boils over at airports and on Capitol Hill, with no deal yet to end the partial government shutdown and pay TSA workers. TSA officer Darren Kelly is considering leaving the agency permanently.
I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open for anything better to provide for my family. So if anything pops up, I'm definitely going to have to more than likely take it at this particular moment.
In the meantime, expect the long lines to continue at the airport. Another thing to worry about at the world's busiest airport: 2 Metro Atlanta airports are on a dubious list of hotspots from the FAA.
Hartsfield-Jackson and DeKalb Petrie are considered hotspots because of an elevated risk for collisions on certain runways or taxiways. This can be due to a complex airfield configuration or high traffic volume. The FAA maintains an ongoing list nationwide and conducts periodic reviews and updates. The recent collision of an Air Canada jet with a fire truck at New York's LaGuardia Airport has put a spotlight on airport safety, especially with ongoing air traffic controller staffing shortages. The other Georgia airport hotspots are in Augusta, Columbus, and Savannah. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
81 degrees in Atlanta, feeling like summertime tomorrow. When does it cool down again? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. New calls for transparency from the Department of Homeland Security as the agency moves ahead with plans for an ICE detention center east of Atlanta. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
Members of the Social Circle community met with lawmakers at the state capitol, urging them to amplify their efforts to get DHS to answer their questions. President Valerie Walhart says straining infrastructure remains a chief concern.
Social Circle is small, about 5,000 residents. We have 1 stoplight, 1 high school, 1 grocery store, and 1 zip code.
U.S. Senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff have sent a new letter to DHS demanding that ICE meet with local officials and answer their questions before any detainees arrive. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump says he's pausing strikes against energy plants in Iran for another 10 days. The president posts on social media the pause will remain in place until April 6th after a request from the Iranian government. Trump says Iran wants to work with the U.S. on a deal to end the war.
They are begging to work out a deal. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I don't know if we're willing to do that. They should have done that 4 weeks ago. They should have done it 2 years ago.
The president says talks to end the war with Iran are going very well. Police are bracing for No Kings protests planned in Atlanta and surrounding cities like Decatur and Tucker this weekend. The Atlanta Police Department says additional officers will be in the area for security reasons. The protest in Atlanta is one of many across the U.S. where people will speak out against the use of ICE agents in airports and the war with Iran. A landmark verdict in a case of social media addiction. may boost a Metro Atlanta school district suing Big Tech.
DeKalb County Schools is part of a 6-plaintiff lawsuit against Meta, Snap, TikTok, and YouTube, a test case for school districts nationwide. Titania Jordan of Atlanta-based Bark Technologies is unsurprised the districts diverted more than $4 million to battle social media.
When you hand children addictive technology engineered to spike the pleasure center of their brain, spike their dopamine, how could anyone possibly expect them to learn, to focus, to take notes?
DeKalb Schools seeks at least $2.5 billion for past damages and a future mental health plan. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
With allergy season in full swing, Atlanta ear, nose, and throat doctor Tim Ryan says the earlier you start treating symptoms, the better.
Most people wait to start to treat their allergy till it's too late. You wait for a high pollen count day and then you start on your medication. So you really want to start treatment early.
The pollen count today in Atlanta is over 2,000, which is considered extremely high. Trees are the biggest culprit. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Going to check that ride for those heading to the northern suburbs, starting on I-75 northbound. It's a little slow right around 285 and Truist Park. Gets heavier, though, through Marietta from South Marietta Parkway. You're going to stay on and off that brake pedal all the way up to Highway 92 in Ackworth. 575 northbound. We'll call it sluggish as you leave I-75 up into Woodstock. Toughest part of 400 northbound is that ride in Sandy Springs from 285 up to the North Springs MARTA station. How are things looking on I-85 toward Gwinnett County, Chinway Maponia Cook?
You'd think much better since that earlier stall cleared near Jimmy Carter, but we're still seeing some delays I-85 northbound as you leave 285. They do ease once you hit Pleasant Hill Road, but they pick back up again on I-85 once you get to Sugarloaf Parkway, and the delays break free again at that 985 split. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies this evening, staying warm with lows settling to the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, feeling like summertime with a high of 84. That's just shy of the record high for the afternoon. A cold front will sweep through North Georgia tomorrow evening. It'll spark an isolated rain shower, but the majority of metro Atlanta will stay dry for tomorrow night. Cooling down for this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in the upper 60s with sunshine through the weekend, and dry conditions continue through the first half of next week.
Right now, 79 at Peachtree Corners and in Powder Springs, 81 in Covington. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And if you're worried about being abducted by aliens,
I am.
If you are you? Are you saying you are? You are.
Yes,
you're
I
worried
am.
about this.
I'm worried.
Well, I got to look and see where Maryland, where you are, ranks on this. I know Georgia comes in at 10th, but they have the alien abduction data for every U.S. state revealed. This is your likelihood. Basically, I think what they do is they take the rankings are done by how many supposed UFO sightings have been in each state, and they kind of stay right there. Well, that's your most. If there are more sightings, then you're more likely to be abducted. So the top of Delaware, not too far from you in Maryland. Delaware, number 1. If you live in Delaware, according to the Casino.ca's annual ranking.
They are great.
And I guess this is because a few days ago it was National Alien Abduction Day on March 20th. So that's where we get this information. So if you're gambling on this sort of thing, putting a position in on Polymarket, bet on someone from Delaware. Are they called Delawareans? Delawareans?
Ooh.
What's a
good
Delaware
question.
person referred to as? Delawarean. Are you Delaware? That's what I would ask.
You know what I think about all this is I do see an uptick in the amount of probing.
It is a Delawarean.
Yeah. The Delawareans get probed more than apparently anybody else.
There's been an uptick, though.
There has been an uptick in your personal probing that has gone on with you from these aliens?
It seems every time I walk, at night on the old dirt road out there by my house, sometimes I see a bright light, and the next thing you know, I got these gray aliens looking down on me, and there's something in there, but I can't see it because I'm immobilized by their spinal tap. And
they're probing.
They're probing and jabbing me a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how else are they going to find out about you? Really, is you got to do some probing and some jabbing if you're going to know. It's now my question for all. So it's Delaware, then it's I believe New York State, and Washington State,
then New York,
and then New York State. So here's my question about I hesitate to refer to myself even as a skeptic because I think it's ridiculous to have to speak to it. UFOs. I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, are there unidentified things? Fine. Or UAPs, as we call them now. Yeah, there are things that you just can't immediately explain. Most of them end up being weather things or light just being in a certain way and reflecting off of things. But so there are questions. People, I saw that thing. It's unidentified. I don't know exactly what it is. Sure, that happens. But if there are UFOs and they're amongst us and they're probing us and they're abducting us and you could see them whizzing by, given the fact that everybody on Earth has a camera in their hand at all times now, why don't we have way more pictures than we could understand in the 70s? You had to have your Pentax there. Like you had to have the whole setup. You had to have your gear. You had to have film. So it was, okay, maybe it's unlikely that if I'm in the middle of the woods and a UFO whizzes by, I don't have the camera ready. But we live in a world now where everybody has a camera with them at all times, and we don't have more pictures of UFOs. We don't have more pictures of Bigfoot. We don't have more pictures of, ghosts. Can you even take a picture of a ghost? I don't know. We don't have. So to me, that's good cumulative evidence that it's all BS.
Well, the government shuts them down once you post. They know you posted it, and they take it down immediately.
Oh, do they take it off your phone so you can't show your friends?
Yep. Then they send one of the men in black to your house, scare you.
Okay, well that would scare me. That would scare me if they sent one of those dudes to the house.
Eric, I just pulled up the states that are
Georgia's 10th, by the way. So as I said earlier, so you're in the top. There's 40 below you.
We're number 10.
You're not exactly number one. So yeah. I think there's a good chance that if you live your whole life in the state of Georgia, you will not be abducted by aliens. I think there's a good chance.
There is an interesting connection here. I was you brought up Bigfoot there, and I was curious what the top 10 states that are most likely to see Bigfoot are.
Well, Washington's got to be up there again.
Washington's number 1, and then Oregon's number 3, and Washington and Oregon are very high on this list for aliens too. Number 2 and number 4.
It's all connected.
One more metric you might want to check out. Where's the most hallucinatory?
Yes.
Oh yeah, shrooms are legal in those states.
Hallucinatory drugs. What states are people taking these more often? Would be, I think, a good nexus there.
I don't know if this qualifies as a UFO encounter, but I
did. You have one?
I'm not a big UFO guy. I'm not big on aliens and all that stuff. But I was out in the Georgia woods at a cabin with about 10 people, and we were all lying on the ground. And we had green laser pointers that could point, really far into the sky. And we were pointing them into the sky, and things were moving around that weren't airplanes, and they were moving not like airplanes. We all saw the same thing and went whoa at the same time.
Okay,
so
let me ask a question.
Weird.
I'm just saying, everybody that was laying on the ground looking up, had they all ingested maybe the same thing?
Yes. But...
Okay, I'm just asking questions. Collective experiences and what we all saw.
I was a total non-believer before that, and it was like, all right, that's actually
how big was
strange.
this thing?
No, it looked like almost like a star moving around.
Isn't it possible that the lasers just kind of hit on some dust and stuff that you wouldn't normally have seen if you hadn't had a laser light going up through there?
I'm with you. I think there was probably a logical explanation, but it was interesting.
And the common ingestible.
Oh,
would it be one? I'm not going to ask you exactly what it was, but would it be analog or digital? Meaning, is it old school or would it be something
that of the earth?
It would be known to produce hallucinations.
Yeah, but
all right. Now, once the jury finds that out,
stumble into in like a field.
You might find it in a cow patty or something.
Gotcha.
Okay, right, all right. Yeah. So it seems to me that if we are, if we're presenting this to a jury and I get you on the stand to admit that, I think I've won the case. I don't think the jury's going to decide that you actually did see a UFO.
Agreed. I don't think this story is, convinces anybody or myself really.
But
that
you
there's
experienced
UFOs.
But damn it, it's your UFO story. And you're sticking to
and
it.
it was like, what the heck is going on here?
Well, it's what's going on inside of your mind. Otherwise,
yes, we were, and I don't think it was like everyone's peeking at the same time. We're all like out on a limb, but
right.
I think everybody was, pretty level-headed, and just the surprise of everyone seeing it at the same time and like all reacting at the same time was like, all right, so
yeah, I mean, you saw something, but my guess is by training 10 different lasers into one place, you may have illuminated something that otherwise would have been there you wouldn't have seen.
Is it possible?
The latest video going? Sorry, Jared. The latest thing going around right now is there was one in Doha, Qatar, a tri-formation UFO. So I'm looking and. Somebody shot it, and it looks like a UFO in a thunderstorm.
In a thunderstorm?
Yeah, there's the triangle of lights.
Isn't Doha? Aren't they? When did this happen? Because they're being
March
attacked
25th.
by yeah, they're being attacked by Iran as well.
Couldn't this just be like a drone?
Couldn't this be the drones that they're sending over there to attack them?
No, it's an alien.
It ain't an alien.
Yeah. Hey, if you're a space alien, hey, you know what? Show up right in the middle of a confrontation.
We took a wrong turn. We got to get out of here.
What a way to be undetected right there.
Yeah.
They think, it's just a weapon.
Right, yeah.
It's just a weapon.
Oh yeah. They'll try to shoot us down.
You know what I think, George? Going back to your story, I think Bigfoot was shining a laser in the middle of y'all's lasers, and that's what you were seeing there. It was a Bigfoot sighting.
Bigfoot is known to be quite the prankster.
Yes,
that's why I lean toward Bigfoot, not Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, when it comes to stories about the Loch Ness Monster, you'll never hear anything about any sense of humor whatsoever. But this Sasquatch. I mean, just the beef jerky commercials alone. This Bigfoot has a sense of humor. So if any of these non-real things are going to turn out to be real, I'm rooting for the Bigfoot. But there's UFOs as people imagine UFOs. It just does not. When I was a kid, I liked the stories, but as an adult, it's just never resonated with me at all. The universe is so huge. Just the chances of us finding each other are just unbelievable. And also, look at the world. You really think that you could get any living creatures that could get to the point that their technology can go across the universe and meet new people? You believe that you can get there without first blowing up all of your people? Like, look where we are in our technology. And it's always, as soon as the technology got really going, it was like, oh, we have this weapon where we can blow up everyone. And don't you think that in any civilization with any life forms, as you go toward this technology, you're going to be now, unless that on other planets or in other parts of the universe, the sentient beings are not tribalistic, I guess. Maybe they wouldn't blow each other up, but that's usually the thing. It's such a huge universe, and the concept of getting that advanced in technology without blowing everything sky high, it's never resonated with me. I suppose it could be happening, but I would bet everything that every dollar, every penny in my bank accounts that it's not happening. That's how much I just think it's a fun thing. I think people like believing in it. I think it's a fun hobby.
I need to find some aliens so I can get that money.
What money?
You give all your money in your bank account.
Oh, no, my money. Oh, yeah. Go find some aliens and I'll give you all my money.
Okay.
But
they got to talk to me. They can't be like, they got to be like, hey, yeah, I'm an alien. I'm from Sagittarius, whatever. And yeah, you owe him money because I'm here now. Not some BS story.
What if Tim shoots down a UFO and then inside the UFO, you have Nessie and Bigfoot?
Well, then I just turn everything over.
I don't need his money then. I'll just go on Rogan.
That's an ace of spades.
Wow, look. Wow. It's small.
Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, look at that Bigfoot.
Alex Williams is not looking at Bigfoot. He is looking at a crash on 285 near the airport.
Yeah, I've been watching this one since about 4 o'clock, and it's still hanging out in the right lane, Eric. 285 southbound, the outer loop down there near the College Park East Point area at Washington Road, exit 1. Brake lights behind it stretch back to Highway 166, Langford Parkway. Now, before you get there, you're just on and off the brakes the entire way. Going to add about 15 minutes to your trip time. 285 west, the outer loop from Georgia 400 around to I-20, the West Freeway. Tracking the slow ride on 285 into Cobb County, it's Chinway, Maponia, Cook.
And that slow ride now is on the inner loop of I-285 eastbound, leaving Dunwoody, trying to make your way into Doraville, where that becomes I-285 southbound. It's a bumper-to-bumper situation all the way down to I-20. This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It doesn't have to be like this.
The second crash we're dealing with this morning.
You don't have to put up with
Use
it.
Covington Highway as your alternate.
You don't have to sit in it.
Travel advisory in Sandy Springs.
And you don't have to look at your phone to get out of it.
It is Atlanta traffic, and getting you out of it is what we do
Consider
best.
using Buford Highway or Satellite Boulevard.
Updated traffic as often as you need.
Traffic is at a crawl.
From local traffic reporters you trust 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta gets there.
You know you want a luxurious deck, but you're feeling overwhelmed with so many options. It's enough to make your head spin. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors. Maybe you know exactly what your dream deck looks like. We can build that. If not, we offer design help and expert guidance to create a beautiful, high-quality deck that you'll enjoy every day. Decks done differently, decks done right, with exceptional customer service at a reasonable price. Get your free estimate, Google Nelson Exteriors.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed, right here on 95.5 WSB. Chris, we're barreling through 2026, but it's still early, and that means it's still a great time to get organized in your financial life. And here's the good news for folks listening out there. Hoffman Financial Group is here to help with that, aren't we?
Yeah, so we make it simple, right? And it goes back to saving people time. Don't worry about you having to work with us. We work for you. So if you were to reach out to us, we would start with something as simple as the Portfolio X-ray. Simple as far as your time that you need to provide us some data points on, but we'll take the hours and we'll apply our expertise to generate a pretty comprehensive look at your financial life, specifically your risk profile, the fees in your portfolio, the performance over last year, 3 years, 5 years, the last 10 years against benchmarks. We'll also stress test it. Can we go back in time and say what would have happened to your portfolio during the Great Recession or the dot-com bubble that burst or the COVID correction? It'll give you an indication of how much your money is at risk. All of those components mixed into one simple 10 to 14 page report. We'll give you a copy of it. We'll walk you through it. And as I say, I have yet to see one that didn't have 2 or 3 golden nuggets, as I call them, of opportunity for you to contemplate possibly enhancing your financial future moving forward.
Make 2026 the year you take control of your financial life with this complimentary offer from Hoffman Financial Group. There's no cost for the Portfolio X-ray, and the report is yours to keep. Call 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858 and online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
No matter the season, Breda's got your back, protecting the outside and inside of your home. It's the bugs inside you want gone. Breda, they handle bugs and critters.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Looking out your window and see a different name? Don't worry, we're still the same.
It's Ted and Jonathan. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows. It's a positive change because the only thing changing is our name. We've been the local owners for over 20 years and plan to keep it that way.
NG Windows. Shorter name, still committed to serving you Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Hey, it's Jeff and Roxanne, your local Rhino Shield owners.
If you're tired of repainting your home every few years,
Rhino Shield can be your last exterior paint job.
It's a ceramic coating designed to protect your home for decades, not seasons.
Backed by a 25-year transferable warranty.
Visualize Rhino Shield on your home and get a free quote now at rhinoshieldga.com.
That's rhinoshieldga.com.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
An itch that changes place every time I try to scratch. A searing hot flash in a place that I wasn't prepared for. Stings like I'm sitting on a cactus.
Are you settling for irritating bladder protection? Ditch the itch with new Tena Sensitive Care. With its 5-in-1 skin comfort formula, keep dry and up to 100% irritation-free. Ditch the itch and switch to Tena.
I'm in a pretty good mood. Jared Yamamoto. Is that your name? Jared Yamamoto?
That's correct.
Call off the dogs. Open the gates. How about we listen to an open mic or two?
This is based on something we brought up yesterday with the robot that went haywire and ran into a bus stop in Chicago.
Yeah, and I was surprised that that it shattered the glass because I thought that those little bus stop shelters, I thought that was just plastic.
Oh, Von Hesley, you're showing your privilege, man. Many of us already know that the bus stops are made out of glass because they're always freaking broken. And they actually will spend the money and time to fix it, and a month later they're broken again. It's ridiculous. What are we going to do about it, man, huh? What are we going to do?
I don't know. President Trump, are we just going to throw everybody into lifetime prison if they break one of these things? You got to make some examples
Well,
or
if you're
something.
going to break these things, and, they're very, like it's raining and you're waiting for the bus, you need a shelter. I think that if you were to make a law where if you break one, you go to jail maybe for 10 years. I'm not draconian about it, but I think maybe what we ought to do is make them out of metal or something that's not so easy to break, plexiglass, so it's cheaper. And then your second offense, you go straight to El Salvador.
Okay. First offense, you're not draconian, merely 10 years.
Right.
Second offense, El Salvador, we never see you again.
Exactly. You learn your lesson.
I don't know if I can get behind that, although I do think it would be successful. I think that you would have less of these bus shelters with broken glass, but more winning right there again. So the gentleman asked the question. He got in touch with the Von Hessler doctor, and he said, what are we going to do about this? And what did we do? What we always do. Gave him answers. Solved some problems. That's what we do around here. Also, we give stuff away. Win 2 tickets to the Black Crows on Saturday, May 23rd at Ameris Bank Amphitheater. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster.com. From this text, I don't think Alex Williams means that there are 75 different delays in Henry County. I think what he means is there are delays on 75 in Henry County. Am I right, Alex?
You are spot on, my friend. That is correct. 75 northbound. That's the slow ride this afternoon. We expected southbound, but northbound's pretty packed in, starting in Locust Grove from Bill Gardner Parkway. Not going to find much relief till you clear Jodico Road, exit 222, heading up towards Stockbridge. And the slowest part of 75 southbound is between Hateville and Forest Park, where you're seeing brake lights from Central Avenue down to Forest Parkway. Checking I-85 south of the city, it's Chinway Maponia Cook.
Looks like we got new trouble on that exit ramp, I-85 southbound, trying to get off at Sonoya Road. You're going to be backed up all the way to Flat Shoals Road, and then those delays pick back up again once you're on 285. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia homeowners, quick question. When was the last
last time you paid full retail for anything? Not your TV, not your phone, not your car. So why are people still paying full retail for windows? Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, and most homeowners don't realize this. Big window brands mark their prices up 30 to 50% just for the name. You're not buying better windows, you're buying their advertising budget. Here at Window Comfort, we cut out the brand tax and we go factory direct. That's how we deliver premium windows for thousands less. And to kick off 2026, we're making it stupid not to check. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, free installation, and no payments until 2028. Don't be the homeowner who paid full price. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Go to windowcomfort.com and get your free, no-pressure estimate today.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. TurboTax, free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax free edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. Exactly, yeah, didn't think so. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are, but here's the good news. QC Kinetics patients are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. Hey, it's Mark Arum here. The QC Kinetics medical professionals use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science, treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you need relief. That's how Mike's training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Patrick's golf game's on fire again. Andrea's back in her garden. All real QC Kinetics patients. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases and the sooner joint damage slows down, because no one signs up for feeling older faster. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatment. Visit and your consultation is free. Call today, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top story. With all the chaos at airports, many spring breakers and families have a new strategy for their travel plans.
With incredibly long lines at airport security checkpoints and airfares on the rise because the war in Iran sent oil prices soaring higher, a lot of vacationers are changing their getaway plans. A ton of them are avoiding airports, renting cars to drive to vacation instead of flying. That sent shares of Hertz Global on Thursday up 9%, Avis budget shares up 13%. Now you just have to watch out for long lines at the rental car counter. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
81 degrees in Atlanta, feeling summer-like tomorrow. Do we have any hope for rain to wash away all that pollen? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Georgia Senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff are demanding ICE meet with local leaders in Social Circle before any detainees arrive at a planned detention center there. Residents like Valerie Walhart say federal officials are ignoring their community concerns.
If you put all the humanitarian concerns aside, the problem with this for Social Circle is threefold. 1, we lack the water and sewer capacity. 2, we lack adequate roads. 3, we lack the civic resources this site will require of us.
Opponents of the facility met with state lawmakers today. A brother and sister are charged in connection with an alleged plot to bomb MacDill Air Force Base in Florida. U.S. Attorney Greg Kehoe says Alan Zhang fled to China.
He's charged with attempted damage of government property by explosive, making a destructive device, and possession of a destructive device. He faces 40 years.
His sister is charged with accessory after the fact and tampering with evidence. MacDill Air Force Base is home to U.S. Central Command Command, which is vital to U.S. military operations in the Middle East. Faith-based and environmental organizations file a lawsuit claiming the Georgia Public Service Commission broke the law.
The lawsuit says the PSC's decision in December to expand new energy generation for Georgia Power exceeded its authority. The suit says the decision was driven primarily by a surge in the number of data center projects considering Georgia as a home. Plaintiffs say the commission disregarded the public interest and customers who could be stuck paying an estimated $50 to $60 billion in the coming decades. They're asking the commission to reverse its decision. No comment from the PSC. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
The Cobb County Sheriff's Department's new Bond Beyond Bars program gives some inmates a chance to have an in-person visit with their kids.
So normally with visitation, it's not a contact visitation. It's over a video screen. So they're actually able to sit in the room together, actually touch that person, their loved one, outside of having that glass between them.
Major Yamina Holt says the department hopes the program strengthens the bond between kids and their incarcerated parents. A new study finds caregiving for caregiving for a family member or a friend can be very expensive.
Georgia is seeing 6 in 10 adults are working and also caregiving, with the average person being around 49 years old and looking after someone who is 70 years old. Nancy Leamond of AARP says family members are one of the largest sources of support for older adults.
The value of family caregiving exceeds total federal, state, and local Medicaid spending nationwide.
She says caregivers are feeling burnt out or stressed from added costs. In Georgia, 1 in 5 people can't find local affordable services like delivered meals and in-home health care. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
WSB Money Update, and it's bad news for would-be home buyers.
The cost of buying a home up again this week. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says a 30-year fixed home loan shot up to 6.38%. That's up from 6.22% last week, the largest one-week increase since April of last year.
Michelle Franzen reports a 15-year fixed rate, which is popular for those wanting to refinance, is also up to 5.75%. It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic starts now with Alex Williams.
Still watching brake lights on I-20 eastbound into DeKalb County, Bill. It's just slow through the work zone. All volume. Our trouble spots have cleared, but it's still going to be packed in from 285 out to Panola Road, the westbound ride. That runs slow as well from Panola over to Wesley Chapel. The West Freeway 20 westbound, not a terrible ride. You're going to be on and off the brakes starting in West Atlanta from Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Really breaking free, though, once you get past Lee Road exit 41. You're off to the races toward Douglasville and Villa Rica. We're not all to the races through downtown Atlanta. Chinwei Maponya Cook.
Not at all. It's a full house. I-75-85 northbound. You are bumper to bumper leaving Lakewood, Langford Parkway 166. Those delays going to carry you all the way to and through Mechanicsville and around the Grady Curve. You can ease off the brakes, though, once you get to about 10th Street, exit 250. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies this evening, staying warm with lows settling to the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, feeling like summertime with a high of 84. That's just shy of the record high for the afternoon. A cold front will sweep through North Georgia tomorrow evening. It'll spark an isolated rain shower, but the majority of metro Atlanta will stay dry for tomorrow night. Cooling down for this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in the upper 60s with sunshine through the weekend, and dry conditions continue through the first half of next week.
78 in Beaufort, 79 in Austell, 82 in Doraville. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Dave Baker here for Beaver Toyota of Cumming, voted the #1 Toyota dealership in Georgia. I've been driving a Toyota Tundra and I love it. The Toyota Tundra from Beaver Toyota is the official truck of the Home Fix-It Show. See them on the web at beavertoyotacumming.com/Dave's Deals.
The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Ragsdale Heating and Air has a terrific offer to make sure your AC is ready for the warmer temperatures on the way. Right now, you can save up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And that includes Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. If your system just needs a tune-up to get ready for spring and summer, they can help with that too. With over 10,000 reviews and a 4.9 Google rating, you can trust Ragsdale for your plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs, too. Visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The attorneys at Steel Horse Law meet directly with you. SteelHorseLaw.com.
We're grateful to have upgraded so many Georgia homes, and now we've upgraded our name too.
It's Jonathan and Ted. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows.
Our name is shrinking, but we're blessed that our company is growing.
Smaller name, but still serving you bigger views with Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows.
Window and door shopping made simple at ngwindows.com.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Congratulations to Glenn Grillo. Is that how he says his name?
That's right.
Grillo? Glenn Grillo won two tickets to the Black Crows on Saturday, May 23rd at Ameris Bank Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Enjoyed this story from the New York Times today, just because, there's sometimes there are just questions where the answer is obvious, but I like the fact that we kind of play around with them. First of all, let's start with just what exactly is meant when people say the manosphere. I don't think it's just one thing. I think there are some people who think it's like Joe Rogan and other podcasts, like that's the manosphere. And then there's and maybe it's conflated in some, but I don't see like the Andrew Tates of the world and the Joe Rogans as being in the same sphere. Am I wrong? Or
I don't think Rogan could be considered a part of that because he has a bunch of different guests on, and it's not focused on that.
But he is part of the manosphere in the sense that it's UFC, it's fighting, we work out all the time.
I think earlier he was more into that because he was always talking about like shooting elk and being super masculine by doing certain things. I don't know.
I think it is true, though. He had a hell of an effect on the election, and when he endorsed Trump, and the whole thing isn't about whether or not Joe Rogan is or not. I'm just wondering, the manosphere could be like the Andrew Tates, right? And the people who are just like, hey, women need to know their place and blah blah blah. That's like one element of the manosphere, and then there's guys acting like they're just hanging out with guys, kind of manosphere, right? That's what I would think a lot of the podcasts are. A little bit of locker room talk.
Yeah, we're just hanging out being dudes, man.
Yeah, so there's a guy named Louis Theroux, I guess. He
has some really great documentaries.
Well, there's
like
his newest one. I take it the newest one is on the manosphere.
Yeah,
and I've read a couple things about that, and I'm just sort of like, okay, this could be interesting if he isn't, too academic in his, worldview. Like if he's kind of a normal person going and finding this stuff out. But there's a question in the New York Times that I find to be ridiculous, and the question is the headline, which comes out of this Manosphere documentary. Is one-sided monogamy just cheating? Yes. Yeah. Is this a difficult one? I don't. It's sometimes we debate things. Men have the upper hand in a lot of situations, and sometimes that has to do with definitions. So they can create a thing where there's one-sided monogamy. By the way, makes no sense. One-sided monogamy. One-sided. That's a mono, except that's mono-sided monogamy. That's only one out of the two are going to stay in one relationship. And I don't. Do you remember this part of? Is it a series or is it just a documentary, Autumn?
I'm not sure. I tried to watch it and I couldn't handle it. It was making me too hateful.
Well, sometimes, I'll tell you what you do is just put it on hold. You put a pin in it. And if you find yourself really being too peaceful, then you put it on just to get a little bit get a little hateful in there, just a little bit. Just what you want is balance. You want balance. That's why I'm wondering whether to watch it because I don't know if it's going to be.
It's an hour and a half documentary.
Okay.
His stuff is really good. What he does is he just stops he talks, and then he lets them do it all, right? Yeah, he lets them sort of he gives them enough rope to hang themselves with if they're going to do it.
Yeah. In this picture, in the picture that's in the article, he's talking to a manosphere influencer. What the hell is that? What is
someone online who has a podcast that
says, "Hey, being a man's a thing." Yeah, okay, really? Wow, you're a genius. Well, really, is the thing?
It's more about don't let your women
get out of line.
Yeah, don't let them order food on their own.
What?
It's a little bit like how some. When people talk about hijabs and things being to protect the women, and the women like it, they like to be separated because they don't have to deal with the men. It's a little bit like that, where it's don't let them order. You should be taking care of them. You should be the head of the household so that they don't have to work. But then what that turns into is that a woman is actually doing all of the work, and the man is sort of chasing their dreams or.
Yeah, and also being able to have sex with anybody they want to, which is
there's that
kind of an added perk.
She can't cheat, but he can.
Yeah, that's kind of an added perk to the relationship. It's in the picture. This guy Justin Waller, though, I gotta say, all of these manosphere people. And listen, I'm all for. I do believe that there need to be places where guys can talk with guys and talk the way guys talk. I really do believe that. I really do believe that there's just a difference in the way that although my wife tells me women are worse than men when they're together. Now, I don't know that. But there's a way of joking which that guys are into that most women are not into. And so I do think that I don't think that the answer is that women become more masculine and men become more feminine. I just think that it's a matter of respect, knowing how to act in this world, all of that kind of stuff. But I do think that there need to be places where guys can just, bust each other's nads and not have to worry about tears. I really do. I think that it's good. But this type of thing, to me, is not that. These guys all look like D-bags to me. This guy is, I'm looking at the way he's dressed. I mean, just they're in a car, but just his suit coat it's very Hegseth. It's very, I work out a lot, and that means I want my suit coat to be one size too small. No sense putting all that time into the gym that everybody doesn't know when I walk down the street. And to me, it should just be there's nothing wrong with guys being guys when they're together. And what goes along with that is being an adult and understanding that, hey, the way that we're busting each other's nads here, we can't take that into work on Monday and start, there's an understanding.
If you were a real man, then you take that masculine energy wherever you want.
Ooh.
If I was a real manosphere man.
Yeah,
but
I'm
a real man.
I'm being.
I know you are. I'm being a real man here, and just saying. I guess it kind of annoys me because it wipes everything out. It's one of these things. If you're going to and maybe that's why I haven't watched this yet. If you're going to concentrate on these dudes as the guys who are men, then it's sort of. It puts a cloud over everything, even what I'm talking about, which is on a Saturday night. There's nothing wrong with some guys just busting. You can't even.
But that's
explain
not what
it to
this
some women.
manosphere thing is.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it colors everything, though, so that anything manhood wise gets tainted with the Andrew Tates of the world and this kind of stuff. So I just consider it to be a small movement of people. I don't consider
small
it
movement of idiots.
Yeah, I mean, as most movements are. I don't see it as something that's. That's taking over, because I can't imagine that you get very far with this. A lot of these guys seem like they have money.
They do, and
that gets them. Money is going to get you further along in relationships quite often. And the people watching these podcasts, may not look like the people in the podcast, and therefore the advice they get may not work. Hey, just be a jerk to women all the time; they'll love it. I don't know that that's actually going to work for most guys. Alex Williams, not a jerk to anybody. He's checking the ride on 75 and Cobb.
That's right, Eric. We want to get everybody home safely here. 75 northbound, you're going to be slow starting in Cobb County right around Delk Road, exit 261. Brake lights are going to stay with you until you make your way up past Chastain Road and Kennesaw State University. Heads up through Adairsville. They've been dealing with car fire cleanup. 75 southbound, just below Highway 140, exit 306. It's been in a few left lanes. You can always use Highway 41 as an alternate. What are things looking like on 85 toward Gwinnett County, Chinway Maponia Cook?
Surprisingly, not too bad. Still tapping the brakes, but not a bumper-to-bumper situation. I-85 northbound is going to be a little sluggish leaving 285, but those delays ease once you hit Pleasant Hill Road, and then if you're still on I-85, you're going to be slowing again at Sugarloaf Parkway. Delays breaking free again at 985. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's Morning News.
In order here, you'll hear Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen.
Make your morning commute a lot more tolerable.
Lane closures begin today as crews start work on express lanes.
Everything you need to know before you start your
New
day.
tech to watch this year includes advancements in self-driving cars and even self-driving 18-wheelers.
Atlanta's Morning News.
Tomorrow starting at 5.
Believed an argument led to a shooting in southwest Atlanta.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
Hey, sports fans, it's John Smoltz. You watched me pitch for more than 2 decades, and you probably remember some of those long nights on the mound. What you didn't see was the wear and tear piling up on my shoulders, my knees, my elbow, and now, years later, I still feel it. Joint pain doesn't just hit an athlete. It hits all of us. Whether it's a day on the job, a round of golf, or just chasing the kids around the yard, pain gets in the way. Here's what I know. Nobody wants surgery, the downtime, the rehab, and the worry if it'll work. That's a tough call. That's why I chose QC Kinetics here in Atlanta. The regenerative treatments use your own body's healing power to help calm the inflammation, repair the damage, and restore your joints naturally. No surgery, no harmful drugs, just real relief. I'm not about to sit out the rest of my life on the bench. QC Kinetics help me, and they can help you get back into the game too.
QC Kinetics. Call today for your free consultation. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
High five! Up top! Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Heck yeah! He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread. Yes! The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
For a limited time, now through March 29th. Switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
Thanks for calling Reliable Heating and Air.
Hi, my AC just died, and I live in Perry, Georgia. Do you come out this far?
Yep. We have over 300 techs all over the Macon, Atlanta, and Athens area, and we can fix it fast.
Great. Replacing it's going to be super expensive, right?
How does $69.99 a month sound?
Wow.
Get any size air conditioner from Reliable for only $69.99 a month with 0 down, our lifetime warranty, and guaranteed next-day installation, or we pay you $500. Go to ReliableAir.com.
When you decide to buy a natural diamond, remember Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort is an authorized Hearts on Fire jeweler. Every Hearts on Fire diamond is a piece of art, carefully and thoughtfully selected and crafted, worthy of the kind of special occasions that come along a few times in a lifetime. My friends at Tara Fine Jewelry will show you how to accurately compare diamonds with their famous personal service, so you'll know you're making a good decision. You'll see why I've been a Tara Fine Jewelry customer for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Autumn Fisher?
Yes.
Have you started doing the sword yoga yet? Because according to the New York Post, it's what every woman is doing now to stay in shape. Sword yoga.
Yoga.
Sword.
S-word yoga? Maybe that's what it is?
Yeah, S-word yoga is what it is. It says here, sword yoga is the hot new fitness trend, turning New York City women into swashbuckling fighters.
So they can be pirates.
Well, here's the thing: they don't really know what to do with the swords, and it's not even the point. It seems like it's kind of it's sort of a mix between Tai Chi and Kung Fu, but you have the sword in your hand, and it's part of the kind of motions is to have the sword in your hand. And there's several stories in here about ladies say, "Hey, when I'm a panic attack, I don't know that's what you want to give a person with a panic attack, a sword."
A sword.
But
why not a gun?
It seems to be working. It seems to be working,
Nunchucks.
and they do these poses with the swords and makes them feel empowered. I want you to try. You should try it, Autumn.
Okay.
Sword yoga. But first, you got to get a sword.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids have like a foam sword.
That's
you
not
need a
good.
real
That's
one.
not it. It's got to have
No.
weight to it. Yeah, it's got to have.
Autumn, the starter sword here I'm seeing with free shipping, by the way, $64.99. Not bad.
Now is that a sword?
$64?
Sword?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's a sword. Like I could like. You could. It works like a sword. If you know what I mean.
It's a star.
I don't want to say anything threatening to anyone, but I mean, I could just go out on the streets and start whipping the sword around. Is that,
Dangerous, like a sword could be dangerous.
yeah, dangerous. Is it? I'm $64. It's some sort of theater prop.
It
probably.
says a starter sword.
Is it made out of metal?
It appears to be from what I'm looking at now.
What, a starter sword.
Maybe that means it's not sharp.
I'm going to look more into it. Let me put
I would
it in
hope
AI.
that in order for me to do my
Send
sword
me the money
yoga,
and I'll buy one.
Yeah, Eric.
Ken?
How do you know she was talking to me? She could have been talking to you
She's
or
not
George.
talking to
or
me.
I'm talking
anybody.
to our bosses.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anybody's swords.
Yeah, that'll be
It's not the
now-
budget.
and then she goes on some sort of rampage, and they're like, "Oh, there it is, right on the air. You gave her the sword.
Yeah. Whose fault is it now?
You're going to prison. You're the one who you aided and abetted the crazy sword lady of Crofton."
It says
That's what she's known then. She's known
that.
as the crazy sword lady of Crofton.
it is a spring steel blade. That's what it's made out of. So it flexes
steel.
and
So, but
You
what
need
is,
Valerian steel.
USA.
Oh, there you go.
why do I need a sword to do this? Like, couldn't it be anything? Like, I could get.
Well,
like,
you could.
What are those things? What did everyone have in their house? A yardstick.
No. It has to have weight to it, I think, in order for it to work
Correct.
in terms of the Tai Chi and the whatever. You got.
I'll
Can't just have a
tape
plastic.
some cans to my.
I don't have any 80-year-old ladies
Cans
in my
to
house.
Your cans? Did you just say you're taping
Yardstick.
cans to
No,
your
cans to my yardstick.
That's what I heard. No,
She does that with ropes and hooks.
I don't even know what that means.
I do.
That's not for you to know.
All right. Oh, now
means
this is
him
like
only.
a Trump. This is like a Trump press conference. I don't want to say.
I don't want to say, but
I'll
she's
just
got
tell you
hanging
everything.
rocks from her. You know what?
She does her can yoga.
Those aren't starter cans.
Yeah.
They've been around a
Mature.
while. Look at them.
Those cans are veterans.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you, they've been
Seen
around.
a lot.
Seen a thing or two. Those cans don't need no cans. Alex Williams says that there are brake lights and plenty of them on 285 and Dunwoody.
That's right. Plenty of you and your friends out there stuck on 285, Eric. But luckily, not because of any crashes. Just volume on 285 East, the inner loop, leaving Georgia 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. Then it stacks up again, passing I-85. And those delays stick with you southbound through Tucker and Clarkston. Getting a little bit better, though, once you clear East Ponds, exit 40 as you head down to Memorial Drive and I-20. Still been watching a pesky crash on 285 near the airport, Chinwei Mponya Cook.
I mean, it's been lingering for about an hour and a half in that right lane, I-285 southbound, the outer loop at Washington Road, exit 1. Delays still pretty consistent back towards Highway 166, but they are looking a lot better. Not really bumper to bumper, just tapping of the brakes. This report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Here's another reason Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust. This is Scott Slade. During a recent maintenance visit, my Ragsdale heating and air technician discovered the reason one of my heat pumps wasn't working quite right. He diagnosed the problem, made a special trip to pick up the parts he needed, and I was back in business the same day, just before the big freeze in January. Now, many of these great folks at Ragsdale have been with the company 10, 20, even 30 years. No wonder Ragsdale has over 10,000 reviews and a 4.9 Google rating. And you know that warmer weather's on the way, and Ragsdale wants you to be ready. Right now, you can save up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And the savings extend long past this season with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. If your system just needs a tune-up to get ready for spring and summer, they can help with that, too. You can trust Ragsdale for your plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs, too. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, it's your buddy Shelley Winter here, co-host of The Car Guys with my good friend and brother Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Whatever you want to know about buying, selling, leasing, or maintaining a vehicle, Kevin has your answers.
That's right, Shelley. For over 40 years, I've sold, leased, fixed, and financed pretty much every make and model. I've seen it all. If you have any car questions, we'll have the answers every Saturday at noon.
It's The Car Guys, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB. Brought to you by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta.
He's a husband, a dad, owner of a gym. He's also a police officer. Staying strong and pain-free isn't optional. It's safety. That's why David Boardman's a QC Kinetics patient.
My job is dependent on my physical ability and my physical fitness so that I can protect myself, so that I can go home safe to my family at the end of the night.
But severe knee pain nearly took that away. Doctors said surgery, shut down the workouts. David needed another option. That was QC Kinetics. They told him,
we're going to give you the opportunity to have not one, but 2 healthy knees, and we don't have to cut you open.
They used David's own healing tools in his blood to help restore his knees. Regenerative treatments right in the office.
Since I've gone to them, I run 20, 30 miles a week.
Trust the team helping active people avoid surgery. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, many questions from residents and officials in Social Circle as ICE moves forward with plans for a massive detention center in the small town east of Atlanta.
City leaders have long complained that federal officials aren't taking their concerns into account. Resident Valerie Walhart says if DHS was more transparent and forthcoming, the community reaction might have been different.
We just want to know that our water, roads, schools, and loved ones will be respected and kept safe for us to use, travel, and cherish.
In a new letter to Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin, U.S. Senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff demand ICE meet with city officials and address their concerns before detainees arrive. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
81 degrees in Atlanta. After a warm day tomorrow, when does it cool off? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. With lines at some airports hours long, TSA officer Darren Kelly has this message for lawmakers.
My simple thing is
We don't want your pity. We just want our paychecks.
With Congress set to leave on Easter break tomorrow, the bickering continues on Capitol Hill. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer blames Republicans.
Senate Republicans are once again wasting time on voter suppression instead of paying TSA.
But Senate Majority Leader John Thune points the finger at Democrats for the delay.
TSA agents have spent almost half of this fiscal year working without pay. It's no wonder they're quitting in droves.
Until this is settled, expect long lines to continue at the airport. 2 Metro Atlanta airports are among the most dangerous, according to the FAA's latest list of hotspots.
The designation is intended to advise pilots of complex or confusing airfield configurations, which can create a heightened risk for runway or taxiway collisions. Hartsfield-Jackson and DeKalb Peachtree joined 3 other Georgia airports on the recently updated list provided by the FAA. Many of the nation's busiest airports carry the designation, including New York's LaGuardia and specifically Runway 4, which was the location of the collision of an Air Canada jet and a fire truck on Monday that resulted in the deaths of the pilot and co-pilot. Several passengers were also injured. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump says he's pausing strikes against energy plants in Iran for another 10 days. The president posts on social media the pause will remain in place until April 6th after a request from the Iranian government. The president says the Iranians want to work with the U.S. on a deal to end the war.
They are begging to make a deal, not me. They're begging to make a deal. And anybody that saw what was happening over there would understand why they want to make a deal.
The president says talks to end the war with Iran are going very well. The Loganville Fire Department responds to a big warehouse fire this afternoon. They're warning people to avoid the area of Logan Drive, Pecan Street, and Cross Street this evening. The roads are currently closed due to the damage from the building. There's no word at this time about the extent of the damage, but it appears parts of the building have collapsed. The city of Mableton wants to stop illegal tire dumping with a new ordinance that includes daily fines and even possible jail time for violators.
There are quite a few tire shops that we have in Mableton, auto repair shops, and we don't know exactly who's the culprits behind this, but what we know is an activity that absolutely must stop.
Mayor Michael Owen says it's been a problem in South Cobb for as long as he can remember, but now Mableton can do something about it. With all the yellow dust out there, you may be surprised to hear where Atlanta ranks for seasonal allergies this year, according to Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America.
We may not be among the top cities in the nation for allergies this year, but we are still worse than average. Just ask anybody who lives here.
A little bit sneezy or sniffly, and unfortunately that's just the environment that we're in.
Doctors say starting treatment early is key. It's also recommended that you take frequent showers when coming in from outside, keep those windows closed, and using HEPA filters on high pollen count days can also help. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 6:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Still watching a slow ride through the heart of the city, Bill. 400 southbound. Brake lights still grabbing you in Buckhead at Lenox Road. Going to take you 30 minutes from there to get down to I-20. 75 south slowing. Approaching Howell Mill, Northside Drive there in northwest Atlanta. And the northbound ride, still a slow one. 75-85 northbound. Brake lights jam in just before University Avenue. Not much relief until you get up to 10th Street there, passing the Varsity and Georgia Tech. How are things looking on I-20 in DeKalb County? Chinwei Maponya Cook.
Slightly crowded if you're heading outbound on I-20 East. Those delays taking you from Panola Road all the way back towards 285. And then you got a pretty much smooth ride through Stonecrest until you get to Conyers again, where you're tapping the brake approaching Highway 138. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies this evening, staying warm with lows settling to the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, feeling like summertime with a high of 84. That's just shy of the record high for the afternoon. A cold front will sweep through North Georgia tomorrow evening. It'll spark an isolated rain shower, but the majority of metro Atlanta will stay dry for tomorrow night. Cooling down for this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in the upper 60s with sunshine through the weekend, and dry conditions continue through the first half of next week.
Right now it's 77 in Sandy Springs, 79 in Douglasville, and 80 in Stockbridge. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That is correct, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. This is the part that everybody loves. A couple of sports stories. We've done the research. We see it. People love it when the Von Hesser Doctrine talks about sports.
It really brings out autumn.
Well, that's why it's so great. People want more autumn, and the way
so excited.
Just play along. We put up with your silly swords yoga stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I brought that up. Yeah, I thought you did, but anyway. So baseball, is today opening day or was yesterday opening day? Yeah, okay. I hear people saying today is. So it starts last night.
Yes. So yesterday was the main opening day. Today, most of the teams
was this
open
the
up.
Soft opening day?
Yes, in a way.
Yes.
In a way. And then today you have like the majority of teams playing, and then Braves opening day is tomorrow.
Well, the way they used to do it is, and we talked about this every year, I guess, because not that I cared. It wasn't like something I ever tuned into, but it was like an American tradition. It was the Reds played on their own.
Yes.
On like a Wednesday or something, and then the rest of the league started the day after. I don't know why they stopped doing that. I guess it was favoritism or something. I don't know.
Remember they would play in the old stadium where they had that carpeting? It was just that ugly green rug.
Yeah, and that I think it was on one of the opening days that really big guy had a heart attack.
That's right.
And died right there on the field. Maybe that was the one. Hey, you know what? Since then, umps have been slimmer. That's for sure.
And Marge Schott complained that he died.
Did she?
Uh-huh.
People don't remember Marge Schott anymore. She was a very notorious owner of the Reds back in the time. Her husband owned it, and he passed away, and she took over, and she said some things that we would refer to these days as perhaps anti-woke or not politically correct.
Or racist.
Or racist. Just straight up racist, I think is probably, you're right, the best way to put it. But was she mad that he died? Like, hey, why didn't he call in sick or something?
Yeah, and
I
had always heard this, that she was mad that the game got delayed and it was opening day.
Yeah. See, he ruined a perfectly nice day, by happening to have a heart attack in front of the entire world. I'm glad she showed a little empathy, as she always did.
Yes.
But so last night was Netflix. And this is their first game, right?
Correct.
And some people are complaining. This is from SF Gates of San Francisco. Said the Giants' first at-bats of the season made for a tough viewing experience thanks to some aggressive marketing tactics. Starting with the Giants' batters in the bottom of the first, Netflix decided to digitally insert a bright red Adobe advertisement on one of the boards behind home plate. And that created a glitchy effect, where if a player stood in front of the ad, it looked like they stepped in front of a cheap green screen setup. And apparently it was particularly bad with left-handed batter Rafael Devers. Their left-handers, their stances were directly in front of the digital ad. And so apparently there was so much complaining online that somewhere along the line they kind of got rid of it. I don't know if it was because of the complaining or if they were just going to run for a little while. But this isn't a new technology. Is it just Netflix isn't figuring it out? Isn't this done in every park where there's that little area behind the batter's box where you're seeing different advertising boards throughout the night?
It's probably
and
less
they're digitally
glitchy.
put in.
Probably
What?
less glitchy when you're broadcasting it than it is when you're streaming it.
That
would be my guess.
That, and then also, Eric, one of the things that I notice, at least from watching a ton of Braves games, is usually they have that ad, and Tim, you probably see this with Yankees games too. They put that ad that they're talking about here. They often put it like on the side of the pitcher's mound, so that way, like, it's on the dirt, and they could change it every inning.
Yeah, I've seen that before too.
Yeah, and then the pitcher's not going to get in the way. You're not going to have that green screen thing.
Right, exactly.
It is 2026. That looks really like cable access.
Yes.
1990 or something when you do that. There ought to be ways around it. Netflix is new to this game. So remember that if you love baseball, what do you have to have, like 17 different outlets in order to be able to watch anything you want this year?
I believe it's something like that.
Or you
yes,
could buy the MLB package.
Yeah. Maybe they do that on purpose, make it so difficult. What is it, $17.99 a month or something? Or
And you get every game.
That's a lot of games.
Or your favorite team's games, I'm sorry. That's
Okay. You don't even get every game?
I don't think so.
You just sign up for... it's going to be on Netflix. A lot of them are going to be on Apple TV this year. Have they been on Apple TV before, or is this the first year with Apple TV?
They have been on Apple before. They started this interesting thing, I believe it was last year, where they had the early morning Sunday game on Peacock. That was
why early morning?
Yeah, it would be like an 11:30.
Hal wants to get up and watch that.
It was like an 11:30 game that they had on Peacock.
Wow.
And I know the Braves played in one last year, but I'm not sure if they're bringing that back. But Peacock's certainly one that has some of these games.
Well, and that's just another thing of NBC, which is always funny. You know, when something is only available on Peacock, it's just NBC just trying to drive people to subscribe to Peacock because it means if it's on Peacock, it means NBC owns the rights to it, and they're just making a decision. Hey, let's take this one, throw it behind a paywall. But in reality, they got to come up with something about this. We can't all have a different. We can't subscribe to 4 or 5 different streamers just so we can follow sports. Or even 6. I mean, supposedly NFL games this year are going to be on 10 different entities. 5 or 6 of those are streamers. And it's like that thing I complain about with every time I buy something. They want me to download an app. I mean, how many damn apps am I supposed to have? If I go into a store every once in a while, I'm supposed to have their app?
Well, if you want the discount.
Yeah, and then the next store wants a different app, and so how many different things do we have to have apps for and be subscribed to just to kind of normally walk through life on a daily basis? It's annoying.
Buy a bigger phone, Eric, so that way you can store all the apps.
What?
Buy a bigger phone so you can store all the
apps.
apps.
Yeah, I know. My phone's too small, and all the apps, so I have a 17 app limit.
Yeah.
It just seems like something in business that they're going to have to figure out. We can't subscribe to something new every time we want one thing from a place, you know? We can't – you get 9 million apps on your phone, you know, and half of them – I mean, how many people use most of the apps that are on their phone? I would imagine.
Very few.
Yeah, and so it's just eating up your battery, eating up everything.
Collecting data, selling it.
But again, we live in a world where I mentioned this yesterday. Netflix pays the NFL $1 billion a year to have – one day of games on Christmas Day. $1 billion a year. NFL went back to CBS and said we want double what you agreed to before. So they're quite popular, and I guess they can do it. But I just wonder if at some point people will begin to not watch this game or that game because I'm not going to sign up for that. We'll see if it hurts them in the long run. I don't know that Major League Baseball, maybe they're better off behind a paywall. I don't know. Also in sports, Conor McGregor says that he's coming back to save fighting again.
I'm ready to come back and fight now. You're going to get what you better going to save the whole damn thing.
Hasn't this guy lost every time he's fought?
He has lately,
2 or 3
hasn't
times?
he? Yeah.
He got his leg broken in 2021. He's 37 years old. I think he's high on something.
It's better now. Don't you talk about drugs. I'm gonna maybe smoke a little bit and drink a beer.
Guys, making no sense. This is like from his tweet about Mr. Confidence returns to save fighting again. Call your grandma. Nanny, we did it. Watch and pay me. F, you pay me. You fat Irish P. You don't have my money. I put your brain to sleep. What? C is in the casinos after. The Mac loves Yaz all. I got love for Yaz. All it's an honor. It's light work. It's easy. I think he goes, big money Mac Daddy McGregor. I expect fawning of the highest for life.
That's right. For the rest of my life, I'll be fighting till I'm 70.
I do this fight game easy peasy. The sound of my shots off the head go bing in green dot laser form. What?
Wait, is this
he's just rambling.
Who's he talking to?
Yeah. This is his basically his post about he's coming back. He's got a selfie of him in a mirror.
Here are my legs snapping the ring. Like.
and then I believe he ends it with watch divine magic when I fight. It's just a lot of different kind of like stage lines, all fighting with each other.
I like
the
way he does his social media. It's pretty good.
I was reminded a little bit of our president.
Stream of consciousness, but you get the message. You know what he's saying. He's very direct. I like it.
You like the beatnik writers.
I do. Very big fan of Jack Kerouac.
You just stream of conscience.
I do. I like Dharma Bums is one of my favorite books. I also like On the Road. I tried to emulate that. I went with a buddy of mine. We drove around talking about Neil Cassidy and his beautiful chest.
Yeah, did you fall in love with Neil Cassidy like all the rest?
Well, not as much as Allen Ginsberg, but wow, what a guy. What a great guy. You know, I had no problem with that guy. William S. Burroughs, he went over the edge, shot his wife. It's terrible.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was
Don't
just
play
terrible.
William Tell. That's what I say.
And Austin, don't play William Tell, and you might want to avoid Highway 78 in DeKalb. Alex Williams says there is a crash.
Yeah, several cars involved with this one, Eric. I'm looking at it right now. At least 4 or 5. Hero unit just got on the scene. It's a crash, 78 eastbound at Brockett Road, exit 3. It's been in the left lane. Right now, it looks like he's going to try to hold multiple lanes, maybe try to move it to the right shoulder. It is slowing Highway 78 eastbound now, just before I-285. 85 northbound toward Gwinnett County. Still watching a little bit of a crowd on that ride from 285 for the trek up into Norcross. What's the story on 75 in Cobb County, Chinway Maponia Cook?
Well, we just watched the stall move from the second left lane off to the left shoulder, but it's still causing you some delays beginning at Canton Road, exit 267, and they're going to stretch all the way back towards Cumberland. Pretty much as soon as you hop off of I-285, you're running into delays at Windy Hill Road. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Win millions playing Powerball in-store or online at galottery.com. So you can finally vacation to that luxurious island, or you could just buy it, only from the Georgia Lottery. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Buying a new car? Need help fixing your current car? What's the safest car for a first-time buyer? The Car Guys have the answer. Join Shelley Winter and automotive expert Kevin Deutsch this and every Saturday at 12 for all your car needs. The Car Guys, presented by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Did you know that D. Geller & Son Jewelers has been Atlanta's engagement ring and wedding band destination since 1939? It's Katie Kiley, and it's easy to know why. They've handpicked diamonds that just shine brighter at a value that can't be beat. D. Geller's got an unbelievable selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, from classic to modern to off the wall, because you like what you like. They can bring your dream ring to life like they have mine, with full custom abilities. D. Geller & Son, Kennesaw and Sandy Springs, and at dgeller.com.
There's so many things you want to upgrade on your home's exterior. You need experienced craftsmen who communicate and keep you comfortable through every step of your project.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. Trust the Plus family of businesses for everything on your list.
Painting Plus, anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Dave Baker here for Beaver Toyota of Cumming, voted the #1 Toyota dealership in Georgia. I've been driving a Toyota Tundra and I love it. The Toyota Tundra from Beaver Toyota is the official truck of the Home Fix-It Show. See him on the web at beavertoyotacumming.com/Dave's Deals.
Who says Easter baskets have to be baskets? At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we say grab a bucket, a wagon, a cooler, heck, grab a crawfish boiler. Then load it up with gear that outlasts Easter morning. And if you happen to find a lower price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. So go ahead, build out those baskets the Academy way. We got everything but the eggs. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose.
If you're injured in an accident, you're wondering, what law firm can you trust with your case? Because every lawyer says they fight hard, every commercial says they win big, but they're not all the same. It's Mark Arum. Here's what makes Sweet James accident attorneys different. Many of the attorneys at Sweet James used to work defending insurance companies. They saw how injured people were treated, how profits were put ahead of people, and they were sickened by it. So they switched sides. Now they use that inside knowledge to fight for injured accident victims across Georgia, and they've recovered over $2 billion for their clients. When you're hurt in an accident, you need a firm that knows how to build a strong case, bring in the right experts, and fight for the treatment, money, and justice you deserve. Insurance companies know who Sweet James is, and they know they won't back down, because to them, your family. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident, call Sweet James. 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-9-MILLION. 800-900-0000 or online at sweetjames.com.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
All right, Jared, let's see if we can squeeze in a couple of open mics here.
Yo, Eric, this is just a comment on Georgia passing a law about cell phones in the classroom. It just seems like a power trip, control freak thing to do. My kid is in 6th grade. He's 12 years old. He's had a phone for 2 years. And I've instructed him not to use it during lectures, not to use it during class. But I like him to have it on him in case there's a school shooter or any other number of things going wrong.
Absolutely.
So it just seems like a power trip way for the government to...
And you only get 30 seconds on the
All
open
right,
mic.
the whole
I don't know about the power trip part.
Yeah, we
but
didn't have them. Was that a
I
power
agree.
trip?
But I agree about the school shooting stuff. For
Okay,
sure.
Thankfully those are rare. I think that if fear of a school shooting is enough to keep phones in the hands of students, I'm going to tell you that I know for sure they're being hurt by that. I know for sure that every student is being hurt by that. And I'm not going to argue with somebody who, in that situation, if that was going on, yeah, I'd love to hear from my kid. I think I get it. But we are not being serious about the damage that is being done to our children through this. It's and you know what? Why waste my breath? We never are. But giving your child a smartphone at the age of 10 is not smart. I mean, I know most people do it. I know it's being done. But if you're not keeping up with what is happening in this generation, the generation that it's all native to, the generation that from their very first memories they will remember iPads, that generation, it's hurting them, and it's hurting them badly. And people are either going to, do something. And this guy says, I instruct them not to use it during class. Is he there? Does he know that is his child is the kid that never does?
No, but
because
if they get in trouble with
having...
it at school, and then if their grades go down, then they don't get the phone at home, and then they can't use it.
That's what you're saying to your children.
That's what I think most people would
you
do.
can't know that that's how everybody is going to do it.
No, but I assume
it's just
that there's consequences.
The idea that your 8-year-old is in another room with a screen for an hour and you don't know what they're looking at. Well, as a fellow adult in this world, I don't trust anybody making rules and guardrails and whatever. I don't know. I get emotional about this. I know what it's doing to the generation. And I guess if I was a parent within that generation, maybe I'd be doing the same thing. I can't say that I'm necessarily above it, but I do know that it is harming our children. You are handing people talk about, I don't like Jeff Bezos and I don't like these oligarchs. You're okay. hey, take Jeff Bezos and all the other oligarchs and all of their schemes that they have to get you addicted to everything so that they can get more money from you and your parents. Hey, take those oligarchs I can't stand into another room without me and just hang out with them for a while. You think that they are, the algorithms are built so that your children have a better mental outcome? They don't give a damn about your kids. They want to sell them. And the way you sell them is the same way they sell you, which is don't ever leave. FOMO. Don't ever stop scrolling. Your friends might find out about something 5 minutes before you do. And this is sold to them. It is predatory. It is predatory up until the point that they can gamble, and then it'll continue from that point on. I know I'm getting emotional. I also know there is nothing that will be done about it. But these kids are going to be 23 and 25 and 27, and it is not going to be good. I've talked about it before. It doesn't make me feel good to say this. This is the first generation whose IQ has dropped. That's not an old man shaking a fist at the clouds saying things were better. I dropped out of 9th grade. But I was curious, I guess, and I kept on wanting to learn or whatever. But I'm not somebody who went all the way through college and is like, these kids these days. The facts are there. The facts are there. There are more 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, and 10-year-olds now who can't seem how to figure things out. When you start losing abstract thought, you're losing what it means to be amongst the higher animals. If you don't have the ability to take a lesson that was learned 5 months ago on something completely different and recognize I can apply that to this new problem, and generations have been able to do this better than the last generation up to now. It's not an opinion. It's happening. We are sliding into a post-literate society. And the worst part is, a lot of the explanation for this is the kids just don't want to do it. I mean, that's a lot of the explanation is the kids just don't want to do it. You know, and you want your kids to be happy. You want to be happy now. I get all of that. But it's a fact now. This is the first generation in our history whose IQ is lower than the generation before. And something big happened starting in 2012. Most everybody had a smartphone. It's not a coincidence. Alex Williams says that the crash is still lingering on 285 by the airport.
Yeah, setting a record with this one, Eric. Still got the right lane blocked here. 285 southbound, the outer loop, Washington Road, exit number 1. Luckily, since the volume, it's getting later in the evening, the delays behind it now only stretch back to Camp Creek Parkway. But before that, the right lanes are still bunched up on 285 south, the outer loop from South Cobb Drive down to I-20, the West Freeway. 285 east, north side perimeter, still seeing some brake lights from Georgia 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard. And we found new trouble on the southeast side of the perimeter, Chinway Paponia-Cook.
And it's not looking good, Alex. Multiple vehicles involved in this crash on the outer loop of I-285 eastbound. Just as you're getting towards Flat Shoals Parkway, the left lane is knocked out. You're going to want to stay all the way to the right as you make your way around that perimeter. And if you're going to Highway 78, don't forget about that travel advisory with a crash knocking out a couple of left lanes on Highway 78 approaching Brockett Road, exit 3. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelley Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
Donna, did you see the machines they just put in here?
The coin-operated ones?
Yeah, by the fountain drinks.
So exciting. Gambling machines in a gas station? Who needs to go to Vegas?
Pump a little unleaded, play a few slots.
They are so fun.
You know who got those legalized in Georgia.
Who?
Burt Jones.
Burt Jones, our Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones?
Yeah, that Burt Jones. He worked to legalize the whole $6 billion coin-operated gambling machine industry so he could get these machines into stores like this.
Why would he do that?
Because his family owns the stores. But it gets better. Burt voted to require that half the revenue went to the store owners.
Like his family?
Yeah, like his family. No wonder he's taken thousands from gambling interests.
Sounds corrupt to me.
Typical career politician. The House doesn't lose, Donna. This whole thing was a guaranteed jackpot.
Yeah, for Burt Jones.
The guy is seriously corrupt.
The absolute worst.
Thanks for nothing, Burt Jones.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. With the Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our Guaranteed Offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, friends, imagine all that can happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out. But what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price did not change for 5 years? Thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Hey, it's Mark Arum here. You are guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats. For the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony, and you get their best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though the kids will grow up and you still won't understand 6-7, your internet's going to stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. To get started, visit Xfinity.com or drop into an Xfinity store today. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios. News.
Weather.
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top story, a new deadline for Iran. Correspondent Linda Kenyon reports from the White House. President Trump is postponing his threatened strikes against Iran's power plants.
The president says talks with Iran are going very well, so he won't attack Iranian energy sites, at least for now. In a post on social media, Trump wrote, quote, "As per Iranian government request, please let this statement serve to represent that I am pausing the period of energy plant destruction by 10 days to Monday, April 6th, 2026 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time." The president also stated talks are ongoing despite what he called erroneous statements to the contrary.
80 degrees in Atlanta. How warm does it get tomorrow? And what about rain chances? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. The city of Mableton looks to put an end to illegal tire dumping.
It's not a new problem, according to Mayor Michael Owens.
Illegal dumping has been an issue in the city of Mableton long before there was a city.
But he says now they can do something about the complaints from residents, implementing stronger penalties for violators.
So fines go up to $1,000 per instance. There is possible jail time. There's court-ordered cleanup, literally where people will have to go out and clean up their own mess that they made.
The mayor says tire dumping fines will also escalate each day. He calls it a quality of life issue. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia Senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff are demanding ICE meet with local leaders in Social Circle before any detainees arrive at a planned detention center there. Residents like Valerie Walhart say the Department of Homeland Security should have been willing to answer their questions.
If we had satisfactory communication and knew there was a reasonable timeline and sufficient resources allotted to address the concerns of our community, I would not be standing here.
Opponents of the facility met with state lawmakers today. Police are bracing for No Kings protest planned in Atlanta and surrounding cities like Decatur and Tucker this weekend. The Atlanta Police Department says additional officers will be in the area for security reasons. The protest in Atlanta, one of many across the U.S., where people will speak out against the use of ICE agents in airports and the war with Iran. A Metro Atlanta school district suing social media giants may get a big boost from a landmark court case over the addictive nature of Facebook and YouTube.
The DeKalb County School District is one of 6 faces representing about 1,000 districts suing over students' social media addiction, which distracts them and disrupts classes.
The first domino has tipped.
Titania Jordan is Chief Parent Officer of Atlanta-based Bark Technologies.
With DeKalb County School District filing a lawsuit against Meta, TikTok, Snap, and YouTube, they stand an even better chance for their case to be heard and to receive damages.
DeKalb Schools is seeking at least $180 million in damages plus a couple billion for a student mental health plan. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
More than a year after human skeletal remains were found at a construction site in Gwinnett County, they are now identified as the man who had been missing for almost 5 years. 57-year-old Timothy Williams was reported missing in July of 2020. A new program from the Cobb County Sheriff's Office called Bond Beyond Bars gives some inmates time to visit with their kids.
Smiles, laughter, and a game of Connect 4. That's what was happening at the Cobb County Jail today as inmates like Joannis Armstrong embraced their kids for the first time in months.
Missing time with them is really killing me on the inside. But I am grateful for this moment they did give us, though.
Sheriff's Department Chief of Staff David Jones hopes the inmates reflect during the 90-minute visit.
And it just kind of inspires you to get yourself together so that when you leave, you don't come back.
They hope to hold another visit for Mother's Day. At the Cobb County Jail, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Things going to get worse before they get better on the southeast leg of the perimeter, Bill. Crash, it was in the left lane, now blocking 2 left lanes with fire rescue on scene. 285 eastbound, the outer loop before Flat Shoals, exit 48. As delays get worse back towards 675. You can always head north on Moreland Avenue, take 20 eastbound as an alternate. And we're still watching the crash on Highway 78 eastbound at Brockett Road in a couple of left lanes, keeping things tangled up from I-285 as you try to make that trek out to Stone Mountain. What's the story through downtown Atlanta, Chinwe Maponya Cook?
Still got plenty of company, but the delays are easing. We were at a 30-minute trip time. Now we're down to 20 minutes to get through the heart of the city on I-75-85 northbound, leaving Highway 166. And you're pretty free of your delays once you hit 10th Street, exit 250. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies this evening, staying warm with lows settling to the upper 50s to low 60s
60s. Tomorrow, feeling like summertime with a high of 84. That's just shy of the record high for the afternoon. A cold front will sweep through North Georgia tomorrow evening. It'll spark an isolated rain shower, but the majority of metro Atlanta will stay dry for tomorrow night. Cooling down for this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in the upper 60s with sunshine through the weekend, and dry conditions continue through the first half of next week.
Right now it's 79 in Noonan, 80 in Midtown Atlanta, and 77 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, you have suffered through enough seasons. Is your old, clunky, unreliable heating and cooling system even going to make it? Chris Chandler here. Stop repairing. Finally replace it. Call the experts I trust. TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Hurry, for a limited time, get a $1,000 instant rebate off a new system and 36 months 0% financing.
TE Certified. We love your home.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Atlanta homeowners, your grades are in. Hi, I'm Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate right here on 95.5 WSB. Each Saturday, my show covers Atlanta's residential housing market and all things real estate. I've been thrilled that so many WSB listeners have taken me up on my team's offer of a complimentary home report card. This is a customized analysis on your home, a secret weapon to get more when the time comes to sell. Know your home's strengths and weaknesses, learn how it stacks up against your competition, and the best time to sell. When it's time to move, you'll know how to net more money. Spring selling season has already started, so if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, let me send you the Agency Atlanta's free home report card. It's invaluable information, it's free, and there are no strings attached. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. Now, listen, here's a scenario. This happens every day in Atlanta. A person gets in a wreck, you file a claim with your insurance, then the insurance steers you to their preferred auto body shop for an estimate. It's a short list. They do this because these places are in bed with the insurance companies. They work with the insurance companies to cut corners on your repairs. Do not do this. If you get sick, do you go where your insurance company tells you to go? If you are hurt in an accident, do you go to an attorney where your insurance company tells you to go? No, you go where you're going to get the best care for you. RJ's Auto Body Plus works in your best interest, not the insurance company. Better service, better parts, and paint. And in most cases, a more timely manner. They'll even come get your car and tow it in. Family owned in Marietta, Georgia by my friends Jeff and Edith. Search RJ's Auto Body Plus or 770-955-5020.
Can you believe it? I almost made it all the way through the show without saying something completely stupid. But since I have, go ahead and hit it there, Jared.
Eric, you've been busted.
Yeah, I just said something very stupid. I said that Netflix paid $1 billion a year for Christmas games, and that is not what happens. The $150 million a year, it's Amazon for all the Thursday night games. Amazon pays $1 billion a year, but that's for all the Thursday night footballs.
You think I'm that stupid?
Well, listen, hey, this is the thing you have to understand is this. There's a difference between misinformation and disinformation. What I just engaged in is misinformation. That's information that I've passed along that isn't true based on ignorance. Disinformation is when you know something isn't true and you pass it along because you want to get people to believe something. So always know this. When you hear Von Hessler say something that is completely wrong and absolutely stupid, it's never out of malice. Always out of ignorance. Eric Von Hessler, proudly ignorant, and always will be. Thank you. Still a lot of money, though. $1 billion a year for to do Thursday games. $12 billion is what they're getting annually from all the media deals they have. Ooh. And it's not good enough for the NFL. They're tearing them up right now because there are stories they're going back to the CBS. I know I saw a story about CBS where they went back to CBS and said, nah, we want it to go up double. Because now you're going to pit CBS and NBC and ABC up against these streamers. And if you There's nothing on Apple yet, is there, with the NFL?
I don't think so. Not
They've
yet.
got all kinds of cash.
And
You know,
Fox
like, if
will
you're-
pay. Fox will
Yeah.
pay.
Well, yeah, Fox will pay, but that's over the air. What I'm saying is it makes the over-the-air people, or cable as we know it, it makes them have to compete with these streamers. And if Apple's not even in the NFL game yet, I mean, their streamer is a loss leader, right? They can just spend all kinds of money because they make their money on phones. Whereas NBC, ABC, and CBS, they make their money on programming. That is their product. So it's going to be, I wonder, over the next, decade or so, how much of this stuff will end up on the streamers, because I think they have more money, especially the Apple. The kind of thing that Apple has going. Apple doesn't make money on their Apple TV. They don't even try, I don't think. And I think that Apple still has something like, but what is the, George, look it up so I don't say something stupid again, as if it's real. How much cash is Apple sitting on? I know at one point it was like 200 billion or something, the amount of cash that they're just sitting on. So they can spend money.
162 billion.
What is it?
162 billion.
Yeah, it used to be 200. It's gone down a little bit. That probably since they started Apple TV.
Well,
but
it's
you see, if you're ABC or if you're CBS or NBC, your programming has to be the thing that makes you money with the advertising. If an Apple comes into this thing, they can just spend money because they think of the Apple service as just another thing. It's not the moneymaker. The phones are the moneymaker. Maybe they'll run into trouble in that, and maybe they have already, as far as whether they lead the world in phone sales. But that's where they make their money. So because of that, because they know the Apples of the world are interested, they can go back to CBS in the middle of the contract and say, we're going to rip that up. We want twice as much money. So they're doing all right. Let's you know what? I have a goal here to try to get as many of these open mics off played before we get off the air. And the next one has to do with NFL. So why don't we just go ahead?
Yeah, I think we're both in trouble with this one, Eric.
So Eric Von Hassler doesn't think NFL football players should celebrate after they make plays on the field in front of tens of thousands of people. Yet he can't even watch a football game on television without breaking something in the house. Do you see the disconnect here? And Yamamoto, you're not off the hook.
Hey.
You go to games in full regalia, and you think the same thing. You guys are turds.
That's a little harsh at the end. It took a dark.
Hey,
that was a little much.
Hey.
By the way, you're not listening to the show because it was a couple of seasons ago after the third game of the year, and my Bills didn't do what I wanted them to do, and I had a guest over, and I kicked over a tray of like hors d'oeuvres, and that was an important day in my life. That was you can talk to my family. I have completely changed since then. I looked at that and said, I do not want to be that person. And I decided not to be that person. Now, I have to take a half a gummy. I call it my Bills medicine. I have to take a half a gummy before a game so that I can, and it works. I'm now kind of the, I become Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
You can't win them all, Eric. That's right. You don't want to hurt yourself or hurt your loved ones over a stupid football game.
If Josh Allen would just pass that village hermaphrodite, man, everything would work
exactly. We can't use that term anymore. He found that out. I guess he had to change that term. I don't know why. I don't follow it well enough, but it's politically incorrect.
Two-spirit. I say two-spirit.
Two-spirit. There you go. Something along So really, that caller doesn't know that he's making my point for me, which is I saw that I was doing things like that, saw that that was ridiculous, saw that I didn't want to be that person. And let me tell you, it's tough. I don't know why it's tough. It seems ridiculous to me just because, this is a team and I want them to win, but it gets under your skin. But I actively work on it.
Was that the Dolphins game when you did that?
Yes.
Because
I heard that was that one that was 190 degrees.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen was so tired at the end that he had an open person in the look. I'm living it like it was yesterday. Guy was open in the end zone and he threw the ball and it went about 6 feet and fell to the ground.
I hurt my toe kicking something, and I also said, well, I better not do that anymore.
Yeah. To me, I had a friend over and I just said, okay, that's it. This is supposed to be for entertainment purposes. I don't know if it's entertainment purposes only, but it's supposed to be for entertainment purposes. And if I'm, punching holes in walls and kicking things over, I think that's a good barometer. It says, hey, you're not really having much fun.
Yeah.
When you're kicking things and knocking things over, you're not having much fun. So I believe that he just made that point for me. My point, which is you got to change. Also, going
now
back
who's
to
the turd?
Yeah. The turd has turned. Now, as far as the game goes itself, I think you should celebrate a touchdown. I don't mind celebrating a sack. It's just that celebrating doing your job, it's almost every play now. Somebody's doing a dance of some kind or some kind of, seat belt action thing going on. And it's just a bit much. I came across a game from the 70s on YouTube, and it was kind of nice not having that there. Now, the game is better now. It's quicker. It's faster. And what's funny is in the 70s, and when I go back and look at these games in the 70s and 80s, the shoulder pads weren't so big, but in the 90s,
they were huge.
They look like they're big androids or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why they went up like that and then went back down, but
now
I liked watching the guys the players smoking on the sidelines in the 70s.
No, I don't remember that. I have to say
there were a couple of quarterbacks who did, and some defensive guys on the Steelers. They would just sit there and smoke.
Now, because
Kenny Stabler from from the Raiders, I think.
Yeah,
Kenny Stabler. That guy. I mean, it's a known fact that once or twice he was getting drunk in the parking lot before the game, and then he'd go in and win.
Yep.
It's just a very different.
That is an impressive human being if you can pull that off. But like with the celebrations,
snake.
The question that I have about the celebrations is when you think about a player only having a 2 or 3 year career, you know what? I'm lightening up on it a little bit, knowing that they don't last that long. I'm okay with the celebrations.
Yeah, okay.
Now.
You know what? They're making $3 to $8 million to do it. That's your pay. that's your pay. Listen, celebrate when it's in. But you get like people like they're celebrating. They're down 14 points with 7 minutes left in the game. It just
they're getting pumped up. They're going to come back.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen them celebrate when they're down 17 points and there's 2 minutes left in the game. It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
They get up and they celebrate and they dance, and the next play the quarterback throws it over their head for a touchdown, and then everybody It's just too much. It's a little too much. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 285 in DeKalb.
Yeah, it's in the left lane, was in 2 left lanes, now back to just the left lane blocked here. Eric, 285 eastbound, the outer loop, before Flat Shoals, exit 48. That's why you're stacked up, leaving 675, and we're looking for new trouble. This is again on the west side perimeter, 285 southbound. This is the outer loop right at Camp Creek Parkway, exit 2. Brake lights behind it from Langford Parkway. Maybe some better news on Highway 78 towards Stone Mountain, Chinway, Maponia Cook.
Better news indeed. Crash officially has cleared from 2 left lanes, Highway 78 eastbound at Brockett Road. They're in the middle gore, so you can stay to the left. You're still going to see some flashing lights, but much better improvements are to follow making your way to Stone Mountain. The support is sponsored by your Atlanta Braves. Baseball is back this weekend. The Atlanta Braves opening homestand starts this Friday as the Royals and Athletics roll into town. Grab your tickets at braves.com/promos. We are Braves Country. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Don't be late because you crowdsourced your commute with a navigation app.
Heads up crash involving several vehicles.
Depend on us
to make sure you get where you need to be on time.
Alternates needed this morning between Buford and Swanee.
Local and dependable traffic 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Some of the alternates to get you around this include Memorial Drive and East Ponce.
WSB Triple Team
Traffic.
Traffic.
Flipped over 20 westbound.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Your time is important, and my friends at Cars for Kids respect your time. Hey, it's Shelley Winter. Cars for Kids offers quick, hassle-free pickup of your old vehicle. Just fill out the easy online form in minutes, and they'll send someone to tow away your unused car. You've heard the jingle. You know these good folks. Cars for Kids is hands down the fastest and easiest way to get rid of your old car. Do a good deed without wasting time. Go to carsforkids.org today. That's cars with a K.
Attention, Antifa, human traffickers, cartels, and woke DAs. With Chris Carr as governor, you won't stand a chance.
I'm Chris Carr. In Georgia, we will prosecute you. It's easy for politicians to talk tough, but I'm the only Republican who put gangs, human traffickers, and Antifa behind bars. I even fought Obama, Biden, and Abrams in court, And one, if you're attacking our police or our freedoms, I'll be your worst nightmare.
Chris Carr doesn't just talk tough. Carr had the courage, brought the cases, and locked up the criminals. He has more than 120 gang convictions. Over 200 human trafficking victims have been rescued and seized enough fentanyl to kill 3.5 million Georgians. Carr's taking on the woke left, making crime illegal again. As governor, Chris Carr will keep up the fight and never back down. Chris Carr, governor. Real fights, real wins, real conservative. Paid for by Carr for Georgia.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. Exactly, yeah, didn't think so. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are, but here's the good news. QC Kinetics patients are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. Hey, it's Mark Arum here. The QC Kinetics medical professionals use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science, treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you need relief. That's how Mike's training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Patrick's golf game's on fire again. Andrea's back in her garden. All real QC Kinetics patients. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases and the sooner joint damage slows down, because no one signs up for feeling older faster. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatment. Visit and your consultation is free. Call today, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
You know, very quickly on those NFL things. Now it's basically looking more into this. It is $1 billion a year to have weekly games of any kind for the NFL. Because I looked at the ABC, NBC, and CBS. Their contract right now is for a bit over $3 billion. Right? Amazon threw in $1 billion for Thursdays, so that means that's the door charge. If you want to have a season of the NFL, it starts at $1 billion, and certainly will go up. Now this is breaking news, I believe. So Donald Trump is saying he's going to sign an order, it says here, I'm assuming that's an executive order, instructing the Department of Homeland Security to pay TSA immediately. He says, I'm going to sign the order instructing Mark Wayne Mullen to immediately pay our TSA agents. It looks like he's going to dip into some kind of emergency situation thing again. Usually there's a clock ticking on those. I don't know how long you can do this. Plus, isn't the idea the Department of Homeland Security is not being funded right now?
That's my understanding of it.
So I don't know, is there a reserve of money? Because he's
borrowed
the order.
debt.
I mean, I'm sure that there is.
It doesn't matter where money comes from.
We'll
print it out.
Yeah, we'll print it. I'm sure that there is. I mean, obviously they know that there's some money they can pull from, but some sort of, I don't know, rainy day fund that they have over at the Department of Homeland Security.
I hope so.
I don't know, but we'll see. Now, if he can do this, it sounds to me like it's being done in the way that some of these other executive orders have been done, which is this is an emergency situation, and I don't know what it would be, but usually there's a clock on that. Congress has to get involved at some point when it comes to paying for things, as per the Constitution, the president can do things in emergencies. And unlike some of these ridiculous tariff things, I think most people would agree this is an emergency made by both parties. Certainly, hey, politicians are so terrible that they've created this emergency, but I think people can agree that it is an emergency. I just wonder, we'll see, we'll find out more about it. We'll know tomorrow, I guess, a little bit later tonight. The details will come out, but my guess is if he's going to use an emergency order, there's going to be a ticking clock. Usually these things are 30 days or 60 days, which should be plenty, I suppose.
It looks like they could challenge it too, Eric. I mean, I'm looking like at all the different scenarios that it might get challenged in court. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, no, it can be challenged because the Constitution says the Congress is supposed to vote for money. Any money that is spent on programs, no matter whose idea it is coming out of Washington, D.C., Congress is supposed to allocate that money. So, like I say, in an emergency, you can do certain things. And some people are like, oh, Trump, he's always pulling the emergency card. I think most people would agree, hey, let's do something right now. But if I know anything about the Constitution, the Congress does have to get involved at some point. But this might give them some breathing room. All right, that music is telling us two things. Shut the hell up and get the hell out. And you know us, we're good citizens. We do exactly what we're told with no sass. Shelley Winters up next. She's got a great radio show for you, as usual. We're coming back tomorrow at 3 p.m. to do one more of these this week. You're invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.
6:56, Trustdale.